I'm saying that we're using our... See, we have a lot of power. We are very strong women. I'm saying that we're using our strength in the wrong direction. We're using it to tear our man down, tear our nation down instead of building it up. Having an education and a job does not necessarily mean you have a successful life. I keep telling black women that to raise a child, they say, well, I provided with food, clothing, and shelter. That's not raising a child, that's maintaining one. To raise a child, you need a parental coalition of a man and a woman. We have sons who, by not having a father in the home, they don't know how to respect women. They take on the black female emotionalism. They're doubtful, they're indecisive, they can't make a decision. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them that. We don't have that knowledge. We have daughters who grew up in a home where they don't see any affection, where there's no man there. They go out into the world and try to mate. They don't have no idea how to be no woman to no man, how to function in a house with a man, because they haven't seen it. Most of our children, just like us, get all the information we have about how you be with a mate off television. It's the only medium that shows us anybody being together. Those rules have not worked for us. The white woman's liberation movement, we don't have anything to do with that. We have not been under the control of the black man for over 500 years, so what do we have to get liberated from them from? See, we have a lot of power. We are very strong women. I'm saying that we're using our strength in the wrong direction. We're using it to tear our...
Said you wouldn't make it, but you still held your ground and came up out that basement. In the memory of those that we lost, it's dedicated. We miss y'all. Yeah.
Get your hands up! You know you got a body, yaddy, yaddy. Body, yaddy, yaddy. I just wanna freak your body, yaddy, yaddy. I just wanna take you home with me. Girl, you know you got a body, yaddy, yaddy. Where you get your little body, yaddy, yaddy. Girl, I like your little body, yaddy, yaddy. I just wanna take you home with me. She get it from her mama.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Good evening, y'all. Hey, Flawless Mentality, Frankie and Johnny. Hey, Alvera. Hey. So we can get into this because I got a couple things that I want to go through. the backstory to Shanquella Robinson, the young lady who was, I'm gonna say unalive because I don't want to say the MURDER word. So in the chat, as far as this story, if y'all could say the same thing, don't say the MURDER word or KILLED word. Just say unalive or not alive because YouTube be striking for certain words. There's a little static. Um, I hope not. Hold on, let me see. Can you hear me now? Let me see. I don't know why it would be. Let me see. I might have to switch devices. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'll switch over. I usually never had that problem, so let me see. Because I'm going to need this other device. Okay, you said that's better. All right. So the backstory to Shanquella, and then I want to get into a couple things about Robert Sylvester Kelly and McDavid. So first things first, there's a lot of different stories going around about this young lady, which is a terrible thing that happened to her in Mexico with her friends. For some of you that don't know, they all went to Mexico. These six on the screen: Dejaehanae, Winter, Khalil, Malik, Alicia, and Nazir. Now, it's been conflicting stories. If if someone's been arrested, have Mexico arrested someone. So, like I said, I just come with the receipts that I have, and from what I gathered from the actual news article from the news, they said that they arrested someone, and let me bring that up so that I can show you guys because I see that there's a lot of other content creators that are saying no, nobody has been arrested, but sometimes we have to remember that our news, depending on where you're located, is different than the actual local news for North Carolina. So in North Carolina, it says that arrest made. Okay, let's make that very clear. Arrest made in death of Charlotte woman vacationing in Mexico. Okay, this is not Mexico's news. This is the news for Charlotte, and then you see they posted her picture, Shanquella's. So I'm just going off of what the news in North Carolina posted, and they said arrest was made. So a lot of people are saying that they put out the warrant. Yeah, I had gathered that, but I believe since yesterday, this is when I got the when I see the news for North Carolina, and it was Friday that arrest was made. So it doesn't say who they arrested, and I'm figuring they're not going to put that information out for the simple fact that this is a very high profile case, and the other five people that was there inside the villa also might probably be getting charged depending on all the information that the authorities in Mexico gathers, because it's a full investigation. And what I want to get into that nobody's really talking about is when this all occurred inside the villa. And I know a lot of y'all have seen the fight. I know a lot of y'all have seen the girl Dejaehanae attacking Shanquella, right? And in that video, you hear a guy, which they're saying is either Malik or Khalil, who was in the background saying, Shanquella, fight back. Do something, fight back. And you can hear Shanquella saying no, and her being launched over her back, while Dejaehanae was punching her all in her back, punching her all in her neck, and just kept swinging and swinging, right? So, in my opinion, this is where Shanquella got unalive because of that incident, right? But of course, these five, six lied and told Shanquella's parents that Shanquella unalive from alcohol poisoning, right? Now, when the stories came out from the doctors who signed the death certificate, because a lot of people saying, well, the death certificate says this, the medical examiner doctor wrote this, and I was one of those people too when I came and showed y'all the death certificate. But let's be clear, that doctor who examined Shanquella lied. Yes, that doctor lied. Okay? The doctor has said October 29th, uh, 15 minutes after Shanquella was unalive. Well, that I'm sorry. Her parents had ordered um uh a forensics autopsy. The one that was circulating, which we all seen at the beginning, was just a regular medical autopsy, which is from Mrs. Kara. Let me make sure I say her name correctly. I think it's Carolina. I wrote it down. Let me see. Carolina Beatriz. Okay, that was the American medical doctor, which I'm guessing she owns American Medical Center Clinic. That's who worked on Shanquella when she came to the villa. Now, this is where it gets real shaky. And this is why I believe, in my opinion, that she was paid off and the officers to lie. Because the officers also, Omar and David, they were the municipal police officers who also were called out to the villa, which wound up calling Carolina Beatriz, the doctor, and then you had the officers there, right? The friends told the doctor that it was alcohol poisoning, right? So you got this doctor. Now, this is a medical doctor, okay? I don't believe none of her friends. Well, they saying one of the friends was supposed to be a nurse. I don't know which one it is. If it's Deja Winter, I don't know, right? But they tell her, um, it's alcohol poisoning. Can you give her an IV? So this medical doctor listens to them. So she gives Shanquella, and let's back up. She doesn't get there for 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours. She didn't get to the villa. So when they're conflicting the story about how long Shanquella was unalived, or she was still alive, uh she wasn't unalive right after the incident, because there's a video going out from the young lady Winter that was there. She came out on Instagram a couple days ago, and it's like a lot of conflicted stories. And like I said, we can't really believe the friends because they have lied to Shanquella's mother to her face and told her that her daughter passed away through alcohol poisoning. So back to the villa, they called the doctor, right? And again, this doctor didn't arrive for 3 hours, y'all. 3 hours. The doctor was called at 2:15. Okay. So you say 2:15 p.m. is when the doctor was called. So 3 hours, yeah, an hour. Okay, let me back up. 2:15, they called Dr. Carolina. Then the doctor arrives at 3:15. So that's an hour. Then the friends say Shanquella drank a lot of alcohol. She needs an IV. So the cops was already there. Remember, the cops came first. So then the doctor said to the police for Shanquella to be transferred to her clinic. But listen to this. Listen to this is the very important part. Why this doctor needs to be and why this doctor is being investigated in the police, because these six told this doctor, "Oh no, she doesn't need to be we don't want to go into there. Can you just work on her hair?" Let me repeat that. They told this doctor that they didn't want her to be transferred nowhere. Could the doctor work on her at the villa? But the doctor told the police, "I think I should take her, she should be taken to the clinic." Nope. What did the doctor do? Listen to these people. And like I said, they claim one of them is supposed to be a nurse, whatever. I don't care. That doctor should have automatically, she has an oath, okay? And at this time, you don't know what's going on with her. They just tell you this story about alcohol poisoning. And even if that was the story, okay, cool. You still should have been going with your first instinct and said, no, I'm going to transfer her to the hospital. She didn't. So the friends refused. And let's remember this, the friends is not her mother. The friends wasn't no immediate family member to make those type of decisions. But the doctor still went along with what they said and didn't take her. Mind you, Shanquella had a broken neck, y'all, and two dislocated vertebrae, right? In her spine. But this is what the doctor put, that this alcohol poisoning. So not only did the doctor take an hour to get there, no telling how long before they called the doctor that Shanquella was laying there with her neck broke and the two broken vertebrae, right? And then still laying there after they tell the doctor, no, don't transfer her nowhere. And then the doctor just say, okay, and now we at 4:20. It's 4:20 p.m. now. And the doctor presented a general I guess this is called a generalized typhonic clonic uh okay, no, I'm sorry. She presented that it was a phonic clonic seizure that had lasted not too long again than a minute, which is I can't say this word, spicnectar relaxation. So she stated that Shanquella was having a clonic seizure while she's sitting there, while she's there, observing her, giving her IV. All of a sudden, Shanquella goes into this seizure. Still don't say, well, let me go get her to the hospital now. Let me, get her out of here. Nope. Shanquella's still there. After that, Winter dials 911 requesting for an ambulance because Shanquella presented you know, respiratory difficulties, and all of a sudden it's a decrease in the pulse. Now they want to call the ambulance. After the doctor took an hour to come, after the doctor done did IVs, after the doctor didn't sit here and watched her have seizures, now Winter decides, well, let me call an ambulance now, right? 4:49. The doctor stopped filling her pulse and did CPR with the help of one of these fake friends. So one of these fake friends had the nerve to help this doctor do CPR after they already knew what was going on. And in my opinion, a lot of people are saying, well, maybe she didn't die, right? Maybe she wasn't unalive right away, or maybe she was still alive when the doctor got there. At this point, no, we don't know. We're all speculating. But in my opinion, when you go down the timeline and the doctor saying that she wouldn't talk and um she wouldn't respond back, I feel either she was transitioning after the seizure, or maybe these fake friends might be telling the truth, far as she was still here by the time they called the doctor there. But like I said, I believe she was transitioning over, because this would explain the seizure. This would explain the decrease of the pulse around 4 about 4:20, 4:30 p.m. Hey Henrietta, hey Vine. So 4:49 p.m. the doctor stopped feeling her pulse, because remember, Winter and now she has a decreased pulse, and now she's having respiratory difficulties. This was after they just seen her going into the seizure. So now the fake friend is helping Dr. Carolina do CPR until the ambulance come, and then the ambulance come in there, and then they continue with CPR. All of this time, this baby could have been at a hospital getting properly treated, but they wasted minute by minute by minute sitting in this villa because the friends told Dr. Carolina, no, we don't want to go into the doctor now. Work on her here. And my thing is, the doctor had to see that the way that she was, the position that Shanquella was in, it's no way you were going to heal her being in that villa. It's no way. So you know for a fact, eventually, you were going to have to get her to a hospital. You were going to have to get her up out that villa to give her proper care. But I guess this doctor felt like, she's going to get her back in shape by doing everything in this villa. And the funny thing about this is, not funny, but it's really disturbing, that the police officers was still there observing all of this. They telling them it's alcohol poisoning. And the police ain't get no suspicion. The police ain't think like, wait a minute, this don't look like nobody's having no alcohol poisoning. They didn't get no suspicion, none of that. And this is why these 6 were able to get back on a plane and leave Mexico. Okay? Because this doctor went along with their story of alcohol poisoning. Apparently the cops did too. And this is why they was able to ditch and leave. This is why I say in the title, how do we know this doctor was not paid? And these officers. Because now they're all under investigation. Okay? Dr. Omar and David. I meant the police officer Omar and David and Dr. Carolina Beatriz are all under investigation as well. Okay? So, like I said, the ambulance comes now. Now they're doing CPR. Then the doctor claimed that, listen to this. The doctor claimed that she did a total of 14 CPR sessions and 5 doses of I guess it's adrenaline, 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 I guess. I don't want to say the word wrong. So she did 14 CPR sessions and 5 doses of, I'm gonna just say Renaline, and 6 shots without success, and had no reflexes, and had no reflexes. So they did 14 CPR sessions. This the doctor. 14 CPR sessions and 5 doses of this Renaline, and 6 shots without no success. So then the ambulance come and now they doing CPR, right? Why didn't they still believe right then and there? This is not, y'all continue doing CPR on her chest, giving her IVs. Mind you, don't forget, around 420, Shanquella is going into seizures now. So now we talking about, by the time the ambulance came, now this is about 4:49 p.m. So then all of a sudden, the Dr. Carolina declared Shanquella clinically dead at 5:57. So remember I said at 4:49, the ambulance, they get there, now they doing CPR. At 4:49, the doctor declared her clinically dead at 5:57. So that means they were doing CPR on her for an hour, basically. An hour. So let's go back. 3:15, I'm sorry, 2:15 is when Winter and them called for a doctor to come out. The doctor takes an hour to get there to the village. Now we at 3:15. By 4:20, Shanquella is going through seizures. Okay? By 4:49, now the doctor decides, well, let me do CPR. Because remember, she already was giving her IVs and stuff when she first came around the 3:15 area. So now at 4:49, she's giving the CPR. The fake friends is helping the doctor give her CPR. So now they like, we're gonna wait till the ambulance come. And then the ambulance come, then they giving the CPR. They gave her a total of 14 CPR sessions, Dr. Caroline, and 5 doses of this Renaline, and 6 shots without success, and had no reflexes. Right? Dr. Caroline declared Shanquella clinically dead at 5:57. At 6:35 p.m., 6:35, so we talking about like a half an hour later, right? The first responders proceeded to make a telephone link through the G2 to the agent of the public ministry of the PGIE, Julia Daniel, which instructs the filing of the forms, corresponding records, IPH, and wait for the arrival of the ministerial police. So at this time, the ambulance is calling now to do this telephone link, G2, which is an agent of the public ministry, which I believe that's like the coroners, and explaining to them, well, Julia Daniel, that works for the public ministry, is explaining to the ambulance, the first responders, to fill out these forms, the corresponding records, and wait for the arrival of the ministerial police. Okay? Which I believe, like I said, is the coroners. So the ambulance is basically saying it's nothing we can do. The doctor was here, with whatever she was doing while she was here. We're here. It's nothing we can do. So this is why you have different conflicting times on her medical autopsy report. And it's great that her family ordered for a forensic autopsy, because a forensic autopsy is going to comb through every single thing. They're not going to just put anything down. They're not going to just throw anything on there just to hurry up and get it filled out. And this is what this Dr. Carolina did. She proceeded to put alcohol poisoning. Okay? She proceeded to put that because she listened to everything his friend said. So when you think about this lady had an oath. She was a medical doctor. Why did she lie? Why did she not be able to see that this young lady was laying there with a broken neck and two this vertebrae in her spine? How did this doctor not pay attention to that? Now it's different symptoms they say of alcohol poisoning, and when you have your neck broke, they're saying that it's like similar symptoms. Okay. But again, the way Shanquella with the seizure and everything, you can tell basically this young lady was paralyzed. That's why she wasn't moving. That's why she barely, they said it wasn't talking. It was like, blip, gibber. Like she was paralyzed. She was paralyzed. Okay? And this doctor did not even go to the point where you can see that this wasn't no alcohol poisoning. And like I said, do we know if this doctor got money for this or whatever? Because remember, Shanquella's mother said that Khalil called her and told her that they needed $5,000 to pay for Shanquella to go to the doctors. Yes. The mother said that Khalil called and told her that they needed $5,000 for Shanquella to go to the hospital. And the mother told him, wait a minute, she has insurance. Check her insurance, she has insurance. And I don't know how that goes over there, like if they accept her insurance because it's over out the country. I don't know how that goes. But did the mom ever give up the $5,000? Did they take that $5,000 to pay this doctor off? Because I just can't understand why this doctor took their word of alcohol poisoning. Then you got them helping you do CPR on her when they the reason why she's unalive. See, they was getting shook up then. Now they getting all scared. So they're like, oh, well, let me help. Yeah, they was scared. So at the end of the day, Dr. Carolina needs to be investigated, which she's being investigated, and these two officers as well, because guess what? If them two officers would have did their job and they would have noticed it was some type of suspicion going on with this, then them six wouldn't have never got on that plane and was able to leave Mexico, which they all should have been staying there until they figured out what was really wrong with Shanquella. They all should have been held back until they found out what was really wrong with Shanquella. Because I felt like this, okay, if it's alcohol poisoning, why none of them got alcohol poisoning? They all at the same place, they all drinking, right? Why ain't nobody else sick? So that was just an excuse, but the sad part is they went to this girl's mother's house and told them the mother this to her face. After they left Mexico and they arrived back in North Carolina, they went to Shanquella's mother with Shanquella's belongings and told her that it was alcohol poisoning. And the mother said she had no reason to, not believe. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Moretta, and hey, Natasha. The mother said that she didn't have no other reason not to believe them. These were Shanquella's friends since college. And Khalil, which let me make sure I show y'all exactly who Khalil is. Khalil Cook is supposed to be like Shanquella's one of their best friends. So all the rest of them is like through Khalil, but they all knew each other. But Shanquella and Khalil had the more close relationship. So she trusted her friend. And like the mother said, what would give her any reason to think Khalil would lie? He always kicked in his family and Shanquella like he really liked her. This was his best friend. He used to go to Shanquella's family gatherings and vice versa. But again, this man came and gave her mother her belongings and just said it was alcohol poisoning. And this is why everything is coming out. And shout out to everybody on YouTube, content creators who are pushing and pushing and pushing this story, because I believe, in my opinion, that the Mexico authorities and stuff, I don't believe that they would have jumped on this case, y'all, like they did, until they see that us over here was not gonna play around with this. It is. It's a lot more. And that's why I was trying to break down to y'all about what really happened in that villa when Dr. Carolina showed up and when the officers came. Because this is why you hear the different timings of them saying when she passed away, and you might hear different different rumors of, oh, she was still alive. She wasn't unalive right after the fight. And like I said, you had Winter, who is rumored that Winter supposedly had took the last hit on Shanquella and slammed Shanquella on her neck. And it's supposed to be like some viral video or something. Or the mom's supposed to have it, the family supposed to have it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, it's no facts on that. Okay? It's no facts on that. That's rumored that Winter is the one who's supposed to grab Shanquella and slammed her on her neck. And slammed on her neck. But I want you to hear Winter explain her little theory of what happened that evening in the villa. Because you're also going to see that, well, I'm going to let you hear it first. How this young lady, Winter, seems like she don't have no remorse for Shanquella. Seems like, she don't care nothing about what happened to Shanquella. And that she just trying to hurry up and give us the story because she ain't really interested. Like as if Shanquella wasn't her friend before. Well, at least Shanquella thought that they were her friends. Okay, let me see. I know I put it here. And a sad thing about this, prayers go out to the family that the mother and her father and her family have to endure this, because like I said, if those police officers would have did their damn job and that medical doctor would have never just went on and let these people leave, then the arrests would have been made. Okay? It could have been justice. All right? They let them leave and happen in a whole another country, which is Mexico. Right? The crime didn't happen here in US. So nothing can happen to them over here. So they can walk freely and nothing can happen. Now with the extradite, they get extradited. Y'all know they can fight against the extradite too. They can fight against being extradited back to Mexico. Over here, that's also something that can happen. They can fight it. Even though we know for a fact what happened, we know who needs to be over there. And like I said, now I see that they're saying an arrest was made. I know other platforms are saying no, but I'm just showing y'all what I see on the North Carolina's recent news. And it say, like I just showed y'all, let me bring it back. That an arrest was made. Wait a minute. Okay. If y'all can see the top, it says arrest made in death of Charlotte woman vacationing in Mexico. Arrest, meaning one person, meaning the warrant that they claim that they put out since Wednesday, this previous Wednesday that just passed, which we all believe is for Dejaehanae, because they say the aggressor, and they keep talking about the video. So that's the only way I see it. And plus, like I said, if they had Dejaehanae, that means Winter, Malik, Alicia, Khalil, all of them is still out here. Nazir, and they can also fight to be extradited over there. And I'm pretty sure that they can also fight it too. So I was told that you, like, even though you get extradited, you can fight against it. It just depends on how much our government gets involved and just be like, no, take her. Yeah, get her out of here. So it all depends on how our government works with theirs as well. So I want y'all to hear Winter, who's going to tell you guys what happened in the villa in her words. Now this is supposed to be the female that slammed her, slammed Shanquella, which, like I said, I'm not gonna say it's fact because we haven't got provided the video yet, right? So this is Winter. Let me let y'all hear it. Oh, I thought that I had. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I had already pulled it up. Okay, here we go.
That's going viral. They were fighting because Quilla did some crazy shit while he was drunk. So he basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. Quilla didn't want to, and that's how that happened. Unfortunately, she did die because of up on the bed. Because y'all see something in the video don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying. You all like y'all. I was not fighting in the video. So the person that was fighting in the video is not up here, and she can only speak for herself. So until she gets up here, she can speak on her behalf. We're talking because we were there. There's multiple people there, not just the girl that was fighting. So I'm confused with what's the question you're trying to ask. If me and my friend is going through something, we're gonna fight it out. So that's just that. Nobody. That's going viral. They were fighting because Quilla did some crazy shit while he was drunk. So he basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. Quilla didn't want to, and that's how that happened. Unfortunately, she did die because of up on the bed. Because y'all see something in the video don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying. You all like y'all. I was not fighting in the video. So the person that was fighting in the video is not up here, and she can only speak for herself. So until she gets up here, she can speak on her behalf. We're talking because we were there. There's multiple people there, not just the girl that was fighting. So I'm confused with what's the question you're trying to ask. If me and my friend is going through something, we're gonna fight it out. So that's just that. Nobody.
So did y'all hear this ignorant female? First of all, she has no remorse for Shanquella. She didn't say one time like, I'm very upset about what happened, you know, prayers to the family. Her whole thing is, oh, I didn't hear what she said. I don't know if y'all could gather it, but she say something about something she died with the bed, but then say she wasn't dead at right after the fight, and then say oh, if me and my friend are going through something, uh we're gonna fight it out. First of all, fighting it out with amongst two people, and two people say, yeah, let's get this off our chest. But when you got one person and the other one is actually screaming and they telling her, fight, fight, and she say no, that's telling you she does not want to fight back, meaning all bets are off. Okay? Or that means from the first punches that Dejaehanae threw, she probably couldn't move. She probably could not even move, because when she first started swinging at Shanquella, you could see that, like from the video, that Shanquella was very weak. And like I said, I don't know if it's because, they wasn't even there 2 days. She just got there 24 hours later, she was unalive. So if you see all the videos from the couple hours, when it got there and it turned to like, evening, Shaquella was asleep on that little thing where Khalil was taking pictures of her. That's the video y'all see where he say, we got our first dead body or whatever. Which I was told that's a slang that people use, like whoever the first one to go to sleep or stuff like that. So that's where that video came from, Khalil. But Shaquella looked at weak. And if she's telling you, no, no, I don't want to fight, how you gonna continue to fight somebody that don't want to fight you? That is so. It's saying Shanquella didn't. Basically, she threw on a red flag. I'm good. I can't. I'm good. And like I said, the sad thing is, I don't know if these other females have children or if they mothers, but Dejaehanae, who's being the arrest warrant, and now they're saying the arrest has been made, that's going to be shipped to Mexico. You're right, Frankie and Johnny. Mexico jail does not play. They do not play over there. And about homicide, and they're calling it a femicide case, which I was told they're calling it a femicide case because it's like in Mexico, it's something where attack on women, like a hate crime type of thing. So I'm not pretty sure where they got that part from, but they're saying in Mexico that that's what they were pushing forward to. Let me read some of your comments. Okay. They don't want those jail. Exactly. Hey, Leslie. Assalamu alaikum, honey. Yes, if you're just coming in, or if you don't want to attend us in the chat and you're in the sky, the bushes, please hit the like button, you all. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Because I can see everybody that's subscribed now. I can see everybody who's subscribed. I can see everybody who's not subscribed. So, please, I'm asking because I'm not monetized. This channel is not to get a big YouTube check. So the only way that I can get this channel to get seen or recommended is with you subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button. Please. I appreciate it. So, like I was saying, these 6 didn't know what they were getting themselves into. And if you can really hear Winter, I can't guess the part what she's saying about she was did something on the bed. Maybe y'all can catch it. So I'm gonna play it one more time. Listen to the part where she's saying, well, unfortunately, something bed. I couldn't catch that. So I'm gonna play it one more time to see if you guys can catch it in the comments.
That's going viral. They were fighting because Quilla did some crazy shit while he was drunk. So he basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. Quilla didn't want to, and that's how that happened. Unfortunately, she did die because of up on the bed. Because y'all see something in the video don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying. You all like y'all. I was not fighting in the video. So the person that was fighting in the video is not up here, and she can only speak for herself. So until she gets up here, she can speak on her behalf. We're talking because we were there. There's multiple people there, not just the girl that was fighting. So I'm confused with what's the question you're trying to ask. If me and my friend is going through something, we're gonna fight it out. So that's just that. Nobody.
So again, I can't really grasp what she's saying about, well, unfortunately, she died something the bed. But she was saying after the fight, she wasn't dead. I still can't get that part. Because are you speaking about that she was dead before the Dr. Carolina pulled up? Because that's what it sounded like to me. Which would have meant they would have knew she was already unalive. Or already going to transition. And that's what got them so scared of why they called the Dr. Carolina Beatriz in the first place. And when they seen that the doctor couldn't even give her IV and do CPR, and ambulance doing CPR, 14 CPR sessions. 14 CPR sessions. Okay? And 5 doses of the Renaline and 6 shots. Nothing was a success. After the doctor just watched Shanquella having a seizure. Then they decide, okay, let's call the ambulance. Let's get the ambulance to come on out now. And the doctor listens to the fake friends telling her, oh, we don't want to take her to no doctors. Leave her here. We don't want her to go to no doctors. Why? Because they knew that if Shanquella would have went into a facility, a doctor, a hospital, they would have found out right away that it wasn't alcohol poisoning. And that's why the forensics autopsy that the parents ordered came back and said she had a spinal injury and the broken neck. But remember, they was already in the United States by the time the mom found out. And I think that was also to stall them. This is why the Dr. Carolina, to me, lied, and the cops as well. It just makes total sense. And plus, I believe that the villa didn't want to mess up their reputation because other people, comes there. But now, with everybody seeing this worldwide and everything, I doubt if people still go there. Especially with knowing that this doctor lied and that she didn't get there to an hour. So it's like if something happened to you over there, you're duped. Because the doctor doesn't come for an hour. And then when the officers arrived there, because they came before um the doctor. Wait a minute. Oh, hey, Faith. From the sound of it, they had it planned out already for Winter to fight her. It's thrown away. Yeah, so. Oops, okay. Yep. What kind of doctor listens to other? Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm hearing. You talking about the last um where they claimed that Winter grabbed her and slammed her on her neck. It's supposed to be another video. Is that what you're referring to? Santori. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, the father spoke about this as well and said that it's supposed to be another video. Um, and of course, other people have spreading the same information. Okay, I'll wait till you respond. So again, you're absolutely right, Linda. I don't know what type of Dr. Carolina is, but not only did she listen to them when they told her, "Oh no, we want you to take her to a medical doctor. We don't want you to take her to the hospital." They didn't want none of that because then that would have stalled them time to be able to pack their stuff and get over back to America. Let me see. Yep. So back to, like I said, the medical doctor Carolina is under investigation. Then you have the two officers, Omar and David, who are also in investigation because of letting these females and the other guys, which let me pull up so I can show you, all of them are walking free. Okay, let me see. Make sure I can pull up the right one that I have for these disgusting individuals. And this is Winter, who you just heard on the audio. That was Winter. And that's another thing. When Winter did this uh audio recording with this I guess this was a guy and his Instagram, I believe, where Winter decided, well, let me go on Instagram and let me go speak about some stuff. I guess you call herself trying to clear things up. But of course, that didn't work. Okay. So, okay, I got that. All right. So, this is also the prosecutor from Mexico, um, who put out the claims that uh that they were moving to push the when they put the warrant out, and that they had a suspect's name. And like I said, I don't believe that He's just blatant out calling these people names and everything. Because see, what prosecutors do is when it's a high profile case like this, you know how sometimes they'll put out a reward like, okay, it's a award for 20,000, 30,000. If you see this person, call the detectives, boo, boo, boo. Well, I believe in this incident, the reason why they didn't do it is because, for one, it's a basically international case, because this is going all across the world. Everybody's learning about this case. And it seems like to me that they didn't want to put out Dejaehanae's name, or if they're going to be grabbing others, because they don't want one to tell the other, or they don't want one to see the news and now they go run, and the friend go run, that one go. You don't want that. So you try to sit there and tell the family what's going on, but you try to tell them, don't talk about it. Try not to speak to everybody about it, because you want to be able to get that first person that you got, and then most likely, like I said the other day, that Dejaehanae, when she gets in there, she's going to sing like a bird, and then they'll be able to get the other ones before they try to flee. So this is the prosecutor for Mexico, which says authorities on charges of the femicide. This case is fully clarified. We even have a court order. There is an arrest warrant issued for the crime of femicide to the detriment of the victim and against an alleged perpetrator. A friend of hers, who is the direct aggressor, he told ABC News. Actually, it wasn't a quarrel, but instead a direct aggression. He continued, we are carrying out all the potential procedures, such as the Interpol alert and the request for extradition to the United States of America. It's about 2 Americans, the victim. So apparently he's not saying that the other 5 have anything to do with it at this moment, and that this is all about Shanquella and the individual who attacked her. And like I said, they're waiting on the United States to extradite, in my opinion, um, this case. Hey, Erica. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not seeing the chat because I'm reading my notes. So if I don't see your message right away, that's why. That wasn't. It was debunked. Okay. That's so dumb. Coming back to America because there is Interpol who will find them once it's been determined the crime has been committed. Yeah, well, if you was listening to what I was saying, the prosecutor, he brought that up, and he said we are carrying out all of the pertinent 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 procedures, such as the Interpol alert and the request for extradition to the United States of America. So he definitely used the word Interpol, if that helps, Linda. So, far as that, then you have Dejaehanae, who is the aggressor, which this is her in this orange helmet. And that's Winner, the one you guys just heard in that audio. Okay? And It was a lot of rumors that Dejaehanae was a transgender. They even have took her face and they put a man's haircut on top of it, and it even got so far that it went to the Mexican authorities that they got a picture with, I guess, with her. Look, I guess I don't know. It's just two different pictures, but one of the pictures I seen was basically showing that she's supposed to be a transgender, and they said that's the one that Mexico has, and that they literally have her up like she could be a transgender. And if that's the case, then yes, you're right. Yes, and that's what he was saying, that they're also working with the yeah. That's why he said he's working with the the Interpol. He said he's using all resources. Um where did I leave off at? Okay. So as I was saying, this is Dejaehanae, this is Winter. And this is Khalil, which is supposed to be Shanquella's bestie. And this is all of their raggedy selves. And then you have, which we all seen, this was the fight. Now, if you look, this was Dejaehanae taking her fist all the way back and hitting Shanquella all in her head, all in her neck, all in her back, and no telling how much strength this female Dejaehanae has. Because I think that's why they call her transgender. Okay. Okay, so next, I don't know if you guys heard. Well, I'm gonna get to Dejaehanae real fast. Dejaehanae had came out and she made a couple statements. I don't know if you guys seen this, but I ran across this the other day and I just held on to it. So Dejaehanae, this is before she deleted her Instagram. This is before, because a lot of them deactivated their Instagram, deactivated their Facebook. So right before she could close it out, I had caught her. Boom. And this is what Dejaehanae had to say. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm in the wrong way. Okay, so the first thing she says is, here is the thing. You all are coming for me and don't know what happened. The reason why I am putting my Cash App down is because people want the scoop on what happened, and I am not going to just offer that information up. I am not what they say I am. We went to Kimbo's to have a good time. I lost myself. You hear that? We went to Kimbo's to have a good time. I lost myself. Wow. Then she says, you all are sick individuals. You all do not know the whole story, and I will not explain myself to the people that keep making this a joke. Then she says, Instagram deleted at 22K. Those other pages are not me. I am convinced. No, I am innocent and will be getting my truth out. I am only doing paid interviews. If you are not serious about hearing, okay, if you are not serious about hearing what happened and are just going to bash, please do not ask me. So do y'all hear that? I'm only doing paid interviews. Wow. So now we're supposed to be what she said, y'all are some sick individuals and uh thinking this or thinking that, and like who is sick over here? Like because because she everything's on her in this video showing that she's attacking Shanquella. Now everybody else is crazy. So this crazy chick, Dejaehanae, thought by coming out here saying this, I guess she was gonna get some type of sympathy or I don't know what the case may be, but she went on in her Instagram stories and have the nerve to write these things. Okay, and then you have here exactly. Okay, so after that, then you have here. Some of you guys might have heard Nazir. Nazir is also the one who came out and said that when he got to Mexico, it was the next day, Saturday. And that he was the one that was playing music and rubbing Shanquella's head and all of this. But at that time, people already, was told that Shanquella was unalive. So he gets down there and everything switches. Well, I'm gonna let him tell y'all first, and then I'll come back and give you my reaction. But this is what Dejaehanae had put out and said, "You was in the room with us. Stop the cap." And I believe this is her talking about Nazir. Because remember, Nazir came out and said that he came the next day. He didn't know that happened. He loved her. It just seemed real crazy to me that she puts this out of her story saying to Nazir, you was in the same room with us. So I don't know if that was a direct shot at Nazir because Nazir is telling what it is or his story of what it is since he's been doing investigation, and also because Nazir came out and messed up their story. That's what I believe. And let me pull this up. It's all about infamous. It is. Yep, it is. You're right, Leslie. Okay, let me pull. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, sorry, you guys. I had to pull up this audio. So, as I said again, Nazir was the one who claimed he came, and when he came, it was Saturday. Everything was like, practically over. He didn't know what was going on. He's rubbing Shanquella head, playing music, thinking she's just passed out, but he's thinking that she's still alive, which I think doesn't make any sense to me. If you're coming down there and y'all all came down there as a group, you're late. Why wouldn't you call your people to be like, yo, y'all, I'm on my way. Where y'all at? You know, and call somebody else besides your caller. And what they tell him, it was alcohol poisoning too. Because from what I'm hearing is, he was already gone when Khalil came. I mean, they was already going when Khalil came. So, like I said, it's different stories, and the only real story we're gonna get word for word is the authorities, and we can't say we can really trust Mexico's doctor Carolina because we see she straight lied, and I'm pretty sure his mom can do something about that because it ain't no way that you like basically it's not no way that you call yourself um in a minute what you say okay that someone's pretending to be one of the bone and that's okay. No, they were saying that but it's still no proof on that either, Santoria, because and I'm gonna tell you why. Even if Winner was to come out and say that wasn't her, that was somebody else, how do we know that's not a lie? The person never showed their face and all we hear is a voice. What I can say is Winner is mixed. She either Spanish or she's the Dominican side. You can hear the accent. And a lot of us who found Winter's YouTube channel that she used to interview people. And in my opinion, I'm just saying this is my opinion because I did research behind it. That same voice that was on Instagram Live is the same voice from when Winner had a YouTube. Same exact voice. So can she go find somebody with the same voice? Yeah. But why would she come on and say, okay, uh, this is my number or I mean, why would she come out and just say, um, even if she was to say it wasn't her, it do make sense. Like, okay, she's saying that the person in the video, the aggressor, it was not there at the moment, and she could come up on the platform herself and tell her story. But don't you think that the what can I say? I guess I could say the federal government, I guess. But say that she let me move this part. Sorry y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, now say Winner it was Winner, right? What I was thinking is even still with her saying that she was about to meet up with uh Deshanta or something like that. She said Deshanta was gonna be there or whatever. That also could have been taken as oh snap. You know, she's about to be at such and such or meet up with her, so let's go get Winner and then maybe she could show us to Dejaehanae. I was thinking of all of that. Of course, like I said, it's just speculation, but there is rumors going around that uh she claimed that she wasn't okay. Yeah, it's rumors that it wasn't her. Then there's rumors that um she had somebody else say that. Like I said, and you listen to Bobby Lynn, well, you hear the way she talked about it, you could tell whoever it was had no remorse. And also, for me going back and listening to her YouTube channel, she had like a, YouTube podcast thing. And the voices sound just like, just alike. Okay, I told him to be playing. You're right. You're absolutely right. So we're pretending to be one. Okay. It's all about exactly. So I want you guys to hear Nazir, because the story that Winter, which is her right here in the pink, standing next to Dejaehanae, her right here in the black. The story that she gives, just now that y'all just heard, I want you guys to hear Nazir's story, okay? Because some people saying, oh, Nazir's story is this or that, and I feel like Nazir's live, like basically, I keep saying, seal the deal, or he was correct. You got some people saying that, and then you got some people saying that he was lying for as the time frame. Um, but I'm gonna let y'all hear for yourself and let you make your own judgment. But after hearing him and seeing a lot of this what they call it, uh after he's coming down there, he still don't notice that it's something wrong with Shanquella. He still don't he ain't calling the ambulance. He ain't call, like, all of these people is very, very weird. I'm not gonna lie. All these people are very, very weird. Yeah, they are. Um. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So this is Nazir, and you're gonna hear him explain what happened when he got there. Now, remember, I broke down the time to y'all earlier in this live about the doctor being called at 2:15, the doctor not arriving to 3:15, the doctor doing CPR and everything, 4 something. Then all of a sudden, Winter uh start to get the started to call the ambulance while the doctor did the CPR, and that wasn't working, and while they just watched Shanquella having those seizures. Then all of a sudden they say that um Shanquella's pulse decreases and her respiratory is like real, just like radic. Exactly. So with all that happening, with Winter calling the ambulance finally while the doctor's still there, and remember the doctor reported clinically that Shanquella was unalive at, let's make sure we got these receipts right, 5:57 p.m. So when Nazir comes, remember, this is the day after. This is what he's saying. But if you do the timeline, that don't add up. So it's like, is Nazir talking about the day of? Because it doesn't align with the doctor's story. Because that means when he got there, why would Shanquella still be there if the doctor and them was supposed to be waiting on the what they call it, the mini- mi- um ministerial police, after the responders telephone linked the G2, one of the agents of the public ministry of the GIE, Julio Daniel, which who instructed the filing of the forms corresponding records for the ambulance. So if Nazir comes the next day, how is Shanquella still there? Or did Nazir come that day way before the doctor came? You see? That sounds better. But not you coming the next day when Shanquella shouldn't even been there. Okay, here go Nazir. And thank you everybody who's being patient. Welcome UK Living. You say I have no idea how I ended up at this part of the internet. Oh wow. You know, a lot of people are talking about the story of Shanquella Robinson, the young lady who was unalived in Mexico with her 6 friends at a villa. So maybe because YouTube might have recommended my channel to you. I'm not sure. But thank you for being here. Okay, so here we go. This is Nazir, Shanquella Robinson's friend, who's going to explain when he got to the villa.
The nurse came, but I got too far ahead. So Quilla was laying on the couch around 3:26.
So you hear this?
Instantly, as soon as
He said Quilla was laying on the couch around 3:26. Now this is why I'm saying to y'all, if y'all was listening to me about when they called the doctor, Carolina, 2:15. The doctor didn't come till 3:15, an hour later. Then at 4:30, Shanquella started having seizures. See, all of this was, remember, when the doctor came. So if he's saying 3-something, when he's seeing Shanquella, that would mean he was there right when the doctor was arriving. Because the doctor came at 3:15. Now, this is the doctor saying all this. Remember, this is why I said I believe this is why the doctor and the officers are being, while they're under investigation. Because it's obvious they lied about a lot. But I'm going to try to give the doctor benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, maybe she, maybe the doctor is lying the whole way. Or maybe the doctor, you know, is not lying. Or maybe Nazir's lying. I don't know. We're all speculating at this point. So just listen to the key timings that he's saying, and remember, Nazir saying he came down the next day.
Quilla didn't do around 3:26. Instantly, as soon as I go in, I go to Quilla. Quilla didn't leave my sight. The nurse came, but I got too far ahead. Around 3:26. Instantly, as soon as I go in, I go to Quilla. Quilla didn't leave my sight, none of that, till the nurse came. But I got too far ahead.
See?
So Quilla was laying.
Hear what he say? Quilla didn't leave my side of nothing till the nurse came. And then he say that 3 o'clock thing. Bingo. So he was there when that nurse came at the 3:15. Like I said, 2:15 is when they called for a doctor. That nurse, Carolina Beatriz, arrived at 3:15 p.m. He just slipped and said, I was by Aquila's side the whole time till that nurse came. Bingo. Bingo. So that Saturday is when the nurse arrived. Friday night, that's when Daddy say they just had Aquila just laying up there and all that. Bingo. Because I kept saying, ain't no way he arrived, what they trying to say, at 3 or at no. When he kept saying 12 o'clock, when I showed y'all his flight, that said 10:30 and 12 p.m. is when he arrived in Mexico, it would all make sense. Quilla was already messed up and everything when he got there. Them friends was there. I don't believe they ditched off and ran that fast. I believe they were there too. Now, if they did leave to go to the airport hotel like people was claiming, then would they come back to go call the ambulance for her and all that once Nazir came? Then that could be possible. That they raggedy behinds left Quilla there, and then when Nazir came down, they just had to, go over there with him and all that. That could be also true. So I hope y'all heard that. That was very, very valuable information that he just said. When the nurse arrived, I was with her all before that. So that means way before 3:15 when the nurse arrived, and he claimed he just got to Mexico. I was right. Let's hit that like button, y'all. Let's hit that like, because I ain't hearing nobody connect those dots. Everybody keeps saying Nazir was there after. Nazir, nope. Nazir came right before they eventually called the nurse, which was at 3:15. The nurse arrived. 2:15 is when they called the nurse. So that was literally 2 hours after Nazir arrived. 12, 1, 2.
On the couch in the game room. The fucking villa was like a villa around 326. I instantly, as soon as I go to Quilla. Quilla didn't leave my side, none of that, till the nurse came. But I got too far ahead. So Quilla was laying on the couch in the game room. The fucking villa was like a big ass mansion, no upstairs, all tile on the wall, tile on the floor, straight tile, nothing else. So it was just a big ass villa. I don't know if y'all can view it on the website. Go to Cabo Villas and look at how big this is and what it looked like. Well, you're gonna see. So when I got there, she was in the game room. They told me she was not feeling good, so I instantly go to her, put on her side, get a bag, and all that. So I'm sitting right next to her the whole time. I was crossing my heart. I hope God. I was there the whole time in the game room, and then they was talking about cooking. So we made it to the living room. I cut on some soft music, sitting with her, rubbing her head, just chilling, waiting till the nurse came, because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming, and then a female showed up. So by that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there.
So he's saying that the other 6 told him that they found Quilla lumped over in the toilet in her room. Why are they trying to say that? Because they're trying to stick to the alcohol poisoning story. How was she lumped over at a toilet after she was beat in her back and her neck like that? When she was on that floor, that girl couldn't barely move, because if they're saying that the neck was broke and 2 dislocated vertebrae in her spine, she wouldn't have never been able to lean over no toilet. Because again, her spine and her neck and all that was damaged. So they used that, she was found leaning over in her bathroom, at the toilet, to stick with this alcohol poisoning story. See, this right here, they made him look crazy as hell for saying that. Oh no, she wasn't dead. She wasn't unalive. She wasn't unalive. Now, do I believe maybe she wasn't at the time? But you're not gonna lie and say that. Oh yeah.
If you feel distant from the Lord,
they don't know what they're talking about. Quilla was not going, but you just said you laid there with Quilla the whole time. You didn't move from where you was right there. That means she never moved one time that you was there. She didn't move one time when you was there. One time. And that's why he kept sitting next to her, rubbing her head and all that. Okay, let me see. And like I said, that's the reason why he's saying that he said that's what they told me. That they found Quilla in her room, lumped over to the toilet. Meaning, for Toya to throw it out or whatever. The alcohol. That's what he's trying to say. I guess that she was throwing up at the toilet, right? But again, her spine, her neck was done. So how would she be able to even walk? Forget go to the back of the toilet and sit down. No. Mm-mm. But this is what Nazir telling us. Let. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to Nazir.
Nothing else. So it's just a big ass villa. I don't know if y'all can view it on the website. Go to Cabo Villas and look at how big this is and what it looked like. Well, you're gonna see. So when I got there, she was in the game room. They told me she was not feeling good. So I instantly go to her, put on her side, get a bag, and all that. So I'm sitting right next to her the whole time. I was crossing my heart. I hope that I was there the whole time in the game room. And then they was talking about cooking, so we made it to the living room. I put on some soft music, sitting with her, rubbing her head, just chilling, waiting till the nurse came, because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming, and then a female showed up. So by that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there.
That's what you was told, Nazir. You just said that's what you was told, that the maids found her. That's a lie. And sorry to tell you that, but they lied to you. It's no way, the way she was beat in her back and her neck like that she would be bent over at some toilet. She wouldn't have been able to bend over like that. So after the fight, wherever she was at, which Winter say something about on that bed, that's where I think she was and where they left her the whole time. Since the doctor came, everybody. Because it seemed like to me, on some serious, I really think that Shanquella was paralyzed after that fight. Yup. I really do. And this is why they got nervous and they called the doctor. This is why after the doctor did CPR and everything, this is why they begged the doctor don't move her. That's why they kept telling the doctor don't move her. Because they would have noticed then with her not being able to walk or not being able to stand up. Alcohol poisoning, yes, that's one thing. But they would have noticed that. And they figured, we got to cover this up. We got to do something real fast and we got to get out of here. So they told Nazir anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, boom. So it's like, okay, so when I get in there, I go in, I see Kula, I see she chilling, I put her on her side, I go out and make that video where I'm talking about I'm here, that I Kula get up. I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do, ATVs, a boat, dinner. I missed the chefs, I missed everything. Anyways, fuck that. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, Kula, let's get up. I say that in the video, everybody can hear it, everybody.
So nobody tells him, her and Dejaehanae was just fighting. Nobody tells him, they was just rumbling. Nobody tells him that to the point that he got to say, come on, Quilla, get up. Come on, Quilla, get up. Nobody say to him, they was just fighting, a lot of stuff just went down. He keeps saying, he telling Quilla, get up, get up. So how did she get up? Because he's saying that she did get up. She was at the toilet, and that's what they found her right. But now he's saying, get up, like I said. She couldn't get up because the baby was already unalive. He's my Quilla, get up. We got things to do and stuff.
Because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming and then a female showed up. So by that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there. Yeah, boom. So it's like, okay, so when I get in there, I go in, I see Kula, I see she chilling, I put on her side, I go out and make that video where I'm talking about I'm here, that I Kula get up. I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do, ATVs, a boat, dinner. I missed the chefs, I missed everything. Anyways, fuck that. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, Kula, let's get up. I say that in the video, everybody can hear it, everybody knows. He say the shit. That was my first video when I got there. The second, because I made a video of me pulling up to the villa, but he was cutting up the guy. I try to get the timestamp for y'all, but that's not gonna work. So I guess the real FBI or whatever had to put those right timelines together. But I'm gonna start with the NCB. That faggot is so stupid and got y'all believing everything that's wrong. I was not there till the next day. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know it was a fight. I didn't know it was a video. I didn't know they did any harm, anything. I went in there and told her it was alcohol poisoning, so that's what I helped her as. That's what I helped her as. I didn't leave her side. I cut on soft music. Summer Walker rubbing her head till the nurse came in. Nobody even talked about the nurse. Nobody even said a nurse came. None of this stuff. So I'm really not understanding where this story is coming from and why it's out here like this, because it's wrong. It's wrong. For y'all to be attacking me, an innocent soul, I'm really innocent as fuck. I went there to enjoy my birthday. To enjoy my birthday and to really just goddamn have fun. Then have not 1 second of fun. And take one shot and then smoke one blunt and then do anything. I went straight to Quilla. She was not found dead. She was found unresponsive. Yes, unresponsive. She was unresponsive. I tried to get her to talk to me and all that, but it was none of that. There was none of that going on.
She was transitioning, bro.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but other than that, I did. Oh yeah, I know y'all probably asking. When I walked in there, I didn't really notice the knot on her head until the nurse pointed it out. I did see the bump on her lip. She did have a blood vessel bust in her eye, and that's it. But I didn't really go in there like, damn, y'all jumped her, y'all beat her ass, what's going on? Cause they know, man, and nobody even told me about nothing. I was blind to everything. I'm literally in there giving her my all. Come on, girl, we was 2,000 miles away from home. 2,000 miles away from home. Don't nobody deserve this. Don't know. Damn, 50 more questions. Bro, why is y'all talking about blood that y'all kill y'all friends?
All over
I wasn't there. I don't have those answers for you from Friday to 3 o'clock when I got to Cabo. I just don't have them answers. I posted my flight itinerary. When I got there, I can't make that up. I can't. I really don't know what else to do but show y'all fucking the real tickets if I can even find them when I landed and didn't land. But I could post the video, I could show the video, it's gonna show the timestamps because it's in my archive. I got there at 3-something p.m. I made my first video at 4:26. That's me outside by the pool, saying, Quilla, get up, let's go, we got stuff to do. Let's go have fun. There was no fun in that. There was no fun in that. There was nothing good coming from that, man. I went in there with my bag, put it down, went to the game room, went to the living room, stayed there. Worst time of my life. And now y'all on here trying to say I killed her. Me, the nigga that got there a day late. The nigga y'all didn't see in the video. I have 1,030,000 tattoos. Do I sound like I was in that video? Go listen to it again. Did you hear my voice in that video? Come on, bro.
I don't think he had nothing to do with it.
The bitches are stupid. The old ladies, all of y'all are stupid. I don't care who's after me because I have all my timestamps. I've been real close and cordial with everybody who really means something. So everybody else, this was just.
I think you should have checked them when you seen she had a busted lip and
all the
bruises.
I can go with y'all move. Everybody. I turn me to a pack. All that shit y'all talking, y'all just talking out your ass out of hurt because y'all listening to social media. Social media, of course, my story is going to be different because I got there a day late. I can only tell you what I know from 3:30 till Sunday when I left. That's all I can do. I really can't give nobody no other answer from Friday because they didn't tell me. I didn't go in there, sit down and make no alibi with nobody. I didn't know nothing. They didn't tell me nothing. Cross my heart and hope to God on this Bible right here. I don't know nothing. I didn't sit and make no alibi. I didn't even have time. I got there an hour later. The nurse came in the door. The nurse came in the door.
That's about right. That nurse got there at 3:15.
Tried to put some salines in her, but her energy, she didn't have no electrolytes. Her oxygen was low, so she couldn't find them. Y'all don't understand what I went through. Y'all don't understand. Y'all won't understand. So y'all keep posting my address and all that shit. Y'all have fun. Y'all have fun. Y'all know y'all hurting yourself. I'm not hurting you. I'm not bothered by this because I know the truth. Me and God know the truth.
Oh, wow. I know they posted his address and stuff. That's crazy.
Me getting on this internet, and I cut the comments off because I know y'all being mad. What's the word? Insensitive. So I ain't even finna go back and forth on shit with nobody. I said I tried to go live with the NCB nigga. He swear he know the times. He been to Mexico and stuff before, so he knows how everything goes. But Instagram and everything keep timestamps. Everything is in my archive. Everything else, so you're gonna have people watching my page when I go live. That's cool. But you're a loser.
Happy holidays.
For trying to do this to me. You don't even know the full story. What else I gotta say? I really think that's it. I'm really not giving y'all too much because that's all I had to say. Like, I wasn't there. I had nothing to do with it.
I don't think people should be threatening nobody. Leave it to the authorities.
I didn't know about none of that. And I wouldn't sit here and lie to nobody. They already knew not to tell me because the person that I am was not letting it happen. Everybody was fighting me right there. We all banging it out. Because what is y'all doing? 2,000 miles away from home, from family, from safety, from rules and regulations, you know. Now you in a different state, putting your lives at risk and jeopardy and mine. I walked into something stupid. Now I'm looking like a bad guy. I'm just gonna leave it right here. I really don't have too much more to say. Y'all either don't believe me or y'all not. Run with what y'all want, screen record it, save it, watch it over, interpret it, see if I was sincere, really genuine. But I really I'm tired. I'm fed up. I haven't slept. I don't know. I have to look over my shoulder because I don't know who's back there. Like, this shit is stupid. It's really stupid. It's really stupid. And I'm not even going to address the tough guys. Man. It's nothing to talk about. I'm innocent. If you want to make a move off of impulse and how you feeling because of the internet, that's cool. What else? But when the truth come out, I really don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Y'all can really go on and watch all day, y'all life. We ain't got to talk, be cool. You feel how you feel because that's the information you was given. I respect it, but I can't respect you. That's because if you knew me, you knew that's not me. That's not my heart. My heart's so pure. I'm not computational. I would try to end everything before it gets to something like that. Come on, bro. You don't do that 2,000 miles away from your house, bro. You don't do that. You don't do that. I have the most respect for Miss Robinson, Quilla, everybody. Like, y'all welcome me with open arms. Listen, heard me out. All of that. I didn't feel like anything was a problem. I respect that, and I want you to get justice for your daughter. I want everybody to get justice. I want everybody to start hurting. Don't nobody deserve it. Especially not to die 2,000 miles away from your family. It's not fair. It's not fair, and I say it every day. I say it every day. I think about it every day. It's not, well, I can never forget. Y'all won't let me forget it because I think I'm responsible for it. But I just don't understand why. And y'all don't have everything. Y'all don't have timestamps. I didn't sign that guest list. First of all, oh yeah, the guest list that my name is on. Go try to find my signature. Hold on, where's my ID? Oh, fuck. My ID. Is my signature on here?
did not get back up. So I guess that slam back there must have broke her dick in a spinal cord.
See, this was her dad saying that they slammed her at the end on her neck, and he think that's what probably broke her neck and her spinal cord. And this is where everybody said it's supposed to be another video with Winter Donovan slamming her, but no video has surfaced, or if the authorities do got the video, they're not going to show nobody the video. That would be evidence that they would have. But her dad got that from somebody. So that part, I don't think the dad's not gonna lie. Let's see.
I this video. Nick, they slammed on the ground, and once they slammed it, she didn't get back up. Did not get back up. So I guess that slam back there must have broke her dick in a spinal cord. I really don't know how much I love my daughter. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what y'all have done to me. Y'all don't know how, the hold that y'all done put in me. I really don't know. Serious, y'all can just come back here and deal with y'all did. And leave her there. Leave her there. And then just leave her there. And then the maid had to find her from what I'm hearing, y'all don't understand how much pain my daughter was in, sitting there with a broken neck or a spinal cord, then I'm hearing, I don't know, Nazir or whatever. He came to the house, he was the last one. Something about he was the last one. He was the last one about her breathing or something, He was playing soft music and rubbing her head. Really? All of y'all could have got her help. All of y'all. But y'all chose not to. I was told the man said they found her sitting up in the chair.
Like I said, that doctor, listen to them. When they told the doctor, no, they didn't want the doctor to take her to the clinic office that the doctor had. Dr. What's her name? Carolina Beatriz. She told the officer that she thinks that she should take Shanquella in, and the friends told her no, and that they would rather her work on Shanquella at the villa. And that doctor should have told them, no, I'm making a decision and I'm taking her. They wasn't Shanquella's mother or her father to be telling that doctor basically don't take her in for her to get, proper help. Because that's what it was. They didn't want that doctor to take her to the hospital, and that they really noticed it was the spine in her neck. Because then I believe they would have never been able to leave Mexico, and them cops and stuff would have arrested them right there on the spot. Because even the cops, the officers Omar and David, they even slipped. And this is why people are thinking that they got paid. That they got paid to fill out this autopsy report the way they did. And when Dr. Carolina clinically found or declared that Shanquella was clinically dead at 5:57, and then when the first responders came, and after they tried CPR on Shanquella at 6:35 p.m., that's when they proceeded to contact the public ministry of the PGIE, Julio Daniel, which he instructed the responders about filling out the forms, corresponding records, the IPH, and wait for the arrival of the ministerial police, which I believe is the coroner. So this is why they had everything lined up with this alcohol poisoning thing. Like it's really sad. And the crazy thing about all of this is nobody's even coming out with no remorse. Like Winter, Malik, Khalil. Khalil was going to family vacations with her family. She would go places with his family, and from what her boyfriend is saying, is that she trusted Khalil and went over there with these people, thinking they your friends. And even in that video where Khalil was saying, "Fight back," you can't fight back, Quilla, swing back. She's like, "No. Why would you let somebody keep hitting her when she telling you she don't want to fight?" And then you hear Winner, allegedly Winner, whoever it is, saying that Dejaehanae said, "I don't want to drag you out the bed." What? And Shanquella was naked on that, fighting her naked while they recording it. Now, what you mean you don't want to drag her out the bed? She don't want to fight, so basically you pulled her and made her fight, and she didn't want to. Like I said, who's to say that Shanquella wasn't intoxicated where she couldn't defend herself? And that's going to be another thing with the charges, because if they find out Shanquella was intoxicated, whereas though she couldn't defend herself, that's a bigger charge for them. And the way she just kept hitting her in her back and her spine, you can see on the video that Shanquella was not like no real body built type of female. She was nice and thin, built. So them blows to her spine and her neck, I seen it. You can see that on the video. And you can see the way Shanquella slumps over while Donovan is pounding her in her neck and in her spine. You can see it. And like I said, if she would have made it, I got a feeling Shanquella would have been paralyzed. I got a feeling she would have been paralyzed, man. That female was putting her all and her strength into swinging at her and her back and stuff.
whatever you want taken out.
So this is what I was
do it.
trying to download. Okay, so this is Shanquella's boyfriend, Khalil. Pull him up so y'all can see. Now he's gonna give you a different story of what he felt that happened. And this is him at the funeral and stuff. And what he's been hearing. And he's gonna tell you exactly what Khalil was doing when he came to Shanquella's mother's house after they came back from Mexico to tell her mother that, you know, she died from alcohol poisoning. So this is Khalil, Shanquella's boyfriend. And shout out to all Viral Access Media. Yeah. All Viral Access Media.
It don't matter, man. It don't matter. I'm in good spirits right now. I say fuck it. I'll be like, nah, let's get an understanding first and let's talk about it. But then we put it on, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it don't matter. It's up to you, boss man. I'm with you though.
All right, man. I definitely appreciate you. Well, so listen, wow. I'm fucking excited for some fucking reason. But anyway, but in all seriousness though, so you said there was arrest that was made. Who got locked up?
I'm not sure at the moment. It's literally coming in as we speak. Like warrants are being made, everything, all that. Everything is basically getting into effect as of today.
So what did you mean when you said that you let him out of your sight and he lied to your face? Was this before she went on the trip, or this is when they came back that you let him walk out your sight?
This was the day they came back. When he came back, from the vacation, he came back from vacation. Like you said, you had everything on the head. They were eating food at mom's crib, everything. I'm the type of person, I'm big on vibes. So when I first got there, I felt the fishiness, I felt the vibes, I felt all of that. And I already knew what was up. Being with Shanquella for 4 years, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know shit. Like, I basically knew it wasn't no fucking alcohol poisoning. How we are consuming alcohol, but I'm the only one who catch poison, if that makes sense.
That's right.
I said that.
Absolutely.
So I have 1,000,001 questions for that man.
Good morning,
He was basically just telling me the same shit. Like, oh, it was alcohol poisoning. But my mind is telling me this nigga lying in my face. Like,
right.
Like, not even 2 feet away from me. Like, I could have put hands on this man. I could have did anything in the book I wanted to.
Right.
But something told me, I don't know, because I've been around Khalil plenty times. I let Khalil, you know what I'm saying? Oh, come to the house, come get cool. You go out, have a good time. Y'all go do your thing. You cool, you cool. You know what I'm saying? I trust you with her. So
they were cool, or you basically you trusted them enough to whereas you wouldn't expect no funny shit.
I trusted Khalil.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Okay, cool, dope. Go ahead.
I trust him. He come at the crib. He come to the house. Only person to come to the house to come get Shanquella any time of day and leave, and I would not think nothing of it. Because he's like, he give off feminine vibes, like he's gay, like he's like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so he a little zesty. He got that zesty vibe.
A lot.
Even all right, now a lot. So now I get the comfortability.
We are being deceived.
Even all right, now a lot. So now I get the comfortability. I got you. I get it. And then even, and sorry to bring up the video, when I think that was Malik saying, "Are you, at least you're gonna fight back?" He sounded zesty. So is this a, you know what I'm saying, a wet, you know, like, is this a real sausage party between them guys? And I ain't trying to be funny.
Yeah, you can tell, like, we know Shanquella, she won't be around a whole bunch of motherfuckers. They could tell, like, she was just sleep. Motherfuckers don't woke up out of sleep, came
right.
home, came fuck. Like, that's what it looked like.
So I'm pretty sure that you are out the loop like everyone else. But what would you think was the reason why this happened to your girl? Like, shit, why? Like, what could have happened?
I asked myself that everything, man. I really do. I want to know. So it's something I want to know. I really do. I can't answer that. All I can say is jealousy.
It gotta be. It gotta be. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I said, something had to, like that video when they sitting down at the table, they got their drinks, they eating, they doing push-ups. The vibe was right. That was a great vibe.
Wow, she's good. I mean, it's another video. It's like, oh, she's like, come on, gosh, let's have fun.
Right.
And you see like 3 or 4 of them in the room. It looked like they was partying already.
Exactly.
Yep, that video when Shanquella.
That's what they was.
That video when Shanquella was like, "Come on, y'all." She said, "It's my friends for me. It don't take that long to get naked." And I guess they was all supposed to be going out to the pool or whatever. And when you see them, Dejaehanae, Winner, Alicia, all of them look like they was plotting right then and there. Why when she come in the room, they get quieter? Why they all standing around looking like they all just was just, talking about her as soon as she walked in? Yeah, they were very jealous. They was very jealous of Shanquella. And from what I'm hearing is she kind of paid for the whole trip. Yep. But he's definitely right. It was a bunch of jealousy. And this young okay. All right. I was the boyfriend, not with her. If you listen to him, he said that Khalil was Shanquella's best friend. And he said Khalil was kind of feminine. So in his mind, he's thinking Khalil might have been like gay. So that's the background from what he feels. And if you do look at the video where Malik is telling Shanquella to fight back, well, fight back, Quella. Won't you fight? It's not no real man to tell a female, yeah, go ahead. Like, go ahead, go fight. Yeah, no. When Shanquella is telling you no, I don't want to fight, who the hell just keep going? Okay, so let's finish this with the boyfriend. Because I just want to play a couple more audios and I won't keep y'all too long.
They was doing, and when she came in there, Winter was on the bed, looked at her twice and looked back at. I call her Shrek, Dejaehanae. I call her Shrek or Dennis Rodman. She built like that, but and she just kept on talking, like they almost like ignored her and continued talking what they were saying and plotting probably. You know what I'm saying? It had to be a plot, man, but. Did they steal her money?
No, like I can't call it, man. I can't put a finger. I ask myself every day. Yeah, I got my passport. If I knew anything was fishy going on, I would have been out there first day.
That's what I see now, because people think that maybe you had a felony that you couldn't go. So
I fly anywhere.
So I just want to ask a question for the people just in case. Why didn't you go?
Well, I didn't. Like, that was the first day she landed. She died the next day. Before she even got there, it was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It happened so fast. And usually when motherfuckers take a trip, you take a trip for at least 6 to 7 days.
Right.
Take a trip to Chicago for days.
Now, do you know those girls, Shrek and Winter and Elise and the rest of them? Have you ever met them before?
Yeah, I met them plenty of times. I used to go to school together with them.
Right.
But then, with them, so we stay in Charlotte. I took her from over there. I took her from over there. She wasn't hanging with them. She hasn't hanging with them for over like at least 2-3 years. The only person she connected to is really Khalil.
Right.
Khalil connected to. If that makes sense.
Right, exactly. And Khalil is the one that, you know, he's the one that, you know, she felt comfortable going out there with, or whatever the case may be. Let's stop the rumors here. It did, because people are saying that it's alleged that she set somebody up to get murdered or for murder. I know motherfuckers is crazy, but is it true?
Body that do no shit like that.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Right, and I don't even see that in her.
All that shit is false. When I seen that, I looked at it and I'm like, that shit is false. I don't even do no shit like that. We don't rob niggas. We don't say things that we get money over here. Come on now.
Right.
We don't do that. We had our own prison, prisons, all of that.
Because I took up, I did the I was one of the ones. You heard of Kanika Jenkins, right?
Say that again.
Have you heard of Kanika Jenkins, the girl that died in the freezer in Chicago some years back?
Yeah.
So I was one of the first ones to blow the story out the water. I was one of the first ones to do that. So and what I like to do is kind of trying to debunk a lot of the bullshit that's out there, so nobody else will have to just make up shit. You understand what I'm saying? So did anybody steal $17,000 from her? Or can they send the police and the house workers or whatever that they took her money and left after she was taken out the villa? Is that true?
Nah, that's false. I don't think it was 17,000. It might have been 6,000 to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, at least some of that's true. Wow. That you want the people to know.
Justice, no peace. That's it, man. I don't really got much.
I have.
Really got much to say. I just want to reach out to you because I saw your videos on Instagram and social media, and I didn't really reach out to nobody. I'm not big on communication at all. So I seen the news today and I got happy and I was like, oh, hey, let me give my boy a call back. That was it.
And I'm going to look that up. Okay.
A lot of people DMing me, contacting me through interviews and all that, want to pay me. I'm good. I like how you came off and you didn't offer me no money, you didn't offer me anything. It's just get off my chest.
Yeah, man. And I'm so you know, thankful that you chose me to, you know, to feel comfortable on doing that. And you know, I definitely appreciate it, man. Have you spoken to the parents? I just got a few more, and that's it. I'm not gonna over you know, bear you with a whole bunch of questions and stuff. But how's the relationship between you and and her parents? Like, have y'all communicated?
We communicate often, real often.
Okay.
Real often. It's like a group chat between the friends, and Frank tell me, you know what I'm saying, oh, I'll reach out to mom if I feel like she's not doing good one day or not, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got great communication. But I usually don't overwhelm her with all because I know a lot of people who want to reach out.
Absolutely, man. Damn, man. This shit is just sad, man. Again, shit. Yeah, no justice, no peace, man. And I hope all of them get locked the fuck up. Once one of them get locked up, because you said somebody got locked up. Once that person, whoever it is that's locked up, you know, everybody else go fall right in line. And somebody gonna tell the truth on what actually happened. And that Winter, like Khalil, he deserves more because he brung them, you know what I mean, to the parents' house and sat down. Well, was you there when he was eating the food?
Was there the whole time. When they was there, I was the only person there. I was the only one there that realized, picked up on all vibes. I was the one. This shit ain't it. I had to put my, you know what I'm saying, put my hands up. Nah, that's not it. I can't just go for that. I had to be the one.
I'm sorry to ask. Can you please describe that moment? Like, what was they doing? What was they saying while they eating the fucking foods? Like, that part right there gets me pissed, son.
I first walked in the house, everybody had their little fake tears, and they often speak to me. Oh, hey, what's up, Ricky? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? You okay? Mom, they didn't speak to me. They gave me a funny look. I moved off the vibes first. Like, gave me a funny look. Like, they didn't really want to look at me because they know how I am. I piece shit together quick. So it was just like, they just kept avoiding me. They only wanted to talk to the mom, but I'm just sitting there beside mine, like, okay, I'm listening to, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to listen to every little shit you say. One little word come out your mouth that don't make sense, I was on it.
Right.
And basically everything that whole night came out their mouth didn't make no sense. Didn't make no sense at all.
And did Khalil even give you any condolences and say, you know what I mean? Because you trusted him with your girl. Did he even show you any remorse, a hug, or adapt condolences? I'm sorry. None of that shit.
I just kept pressing him. I kept pressing him and asking him. He just kept lying to me in my face. I just kept lying. I kept asking over and over and over. He kept lying. It was nothing coming out of him. Nothing. I knew it because his reaction, he kept sweating and he overly sweated.
Yeah, he was lying. He was lying.
Wow, man.
Wow. And this is Shanquella boyfriend, y'all.
They deserve the firing squad. Like, you know what I'm saying? They need street justice. I'm not telling you to do that or anything because the boys is already on top of it. Let them handle it. You know what I mean? You need to stay out, stay free. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's hard for you right now. I know you probably want to turn it up, and you know what I'm saying? And it's man, I just feel fucked up behind this shit, man.
Yeah, let God do his work, man. I'm in good spirits, though. I'm feeling better. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get better day by day.
Absolutely. All right, man.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you reaching out, man. I'm gonna go ahead and celebrate, man. I feel like I'm getting justice now. I'm gonna go ahead and take some shots and call it a night.
Absolutely, I'm gonna take a shot with you. And you said it's on. Do you know what site that it is so I can go to it, or just type it up? Someone is arrested.
You can literally put it up on anything. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up.
Okay. Hey, man. Again, I really appreciate you. Thank you. My condolences, man, and it's good that you're in good spirits. And if you ever need me or anything, man, you got my number, and please reach out, and I'll check on you from time to time to see how you're holding up, man.
I appreciate that. Peace, love, and happiness, man. Have a great day.
You too, brother. Peace.
Now, like I said, I don't think nothing is wrong with her boyfriend's what he said. Like I said, a lot of other channels are saying no, they haven't arrested nobody. Her boyfriend is lying. But when I pulled up my receipts, yeah, it says new this morning, arrest made in death of Charlotte woman vacationing in Mexico. And whose picture is that? That is Shanquella. So if you're not in North Carolina, that might be the reason why. Of course, it's going to hit in North Carolina news before anywhere else because that's where the victim Shanquella is from, and that's where the aggressor, if I'm not mistaken, that's where the aggressor is from, which is what we believe is Dejaehanae. She's the aggressor that was inside of the video. So, yeah, I don't think her boyfriend lied. Like I said, I didn't see it. I didn't put this out until after I double checked because when I pulled up the information from the prosecutor in Mexico, he just said that they put out the warrant and everything. So I don't know if over here they arrested her. Is this what they mean by she's in custody? And then they'll pass her over to Mexico once they come over to get her. I don't know if that's the reason, because maybe the United States has her, and then they have to go through the extradite procedures, because I was told that she could fight it being extradited over there. Yeah, I was told that they can't just take her over. She can extradite to stay, which I don't know how she will make a choice of that when you did with when she did what she did. I don't understand how she can fight tonight though. And I feel like she need to go, and all the other 5 need to go with her, because to me, if the authorities wouldn't have never found out, if they wouldn't have never found out this let me see. Yeah, but if they never nobody ever found out what happened. Let me see. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, so I don't understand why she has an option of not going over.
Lotto is not playing with 20.
So as I'm going in, and for some of y'all that didn't see some of y'all that didn't see Winner's video, I'm gonna play it one more time. So this is Winner dot can't even say this chick name because she just annoys me. This is allegedly her. Let me say that, because they're trying to say, which I haven't seen yet, any receipts to show that it's not her. And like I said, it's never gonna come out if it's not her, if it is her, because simply, they could say, oh well, okay, that's her, and go after her, lock her up to get to the other person. So she could say it's not her, she could say it is her. Whatever the case may be. But I'm just listening to the stuff that the person said about something. Shanquella died on the bed, something, unfortunately, but she didn't die on this part, that part. Like it's really confusing. When she speaks, that part right there is really confusing. I can't really hear what she's saying about. Unfortunately, she dies on the bed. Thing. Um, I don't understand that part. And I wanted to really excuse me, y'all. I really wanted to zoom in on what her father really says. If you really can hear what her dad says. Excuse me. I get some water real fast. Um what her dad says is important, because whatever her dad found out about this video, of allegedly Winter slamming her, that is to me the most important part, because he said that's what's supposed to had unalived her. Let me say that part. Unalived her. So let me see. And the crazy thing is, all of them went to HBCU together, y'all. They all were in college together. And Shanquella became a very successful business owner and owned like 2 or 3 businesses and was like getting a lot of money and was doing very good in her business as an entrepreneur. And it's sad because her friends were jealous of her, and instead of them getting their own, what they do is they basically was jealous of her. And from what I'm hearing, she paid for the whole trip for her friends, and they were supposed to like give her the money back. And I don't think they give it back to her. Because of course she's not here to say, this or that, and see a lot of stuff that they want to get away with, trying to say Shanquella said this or Shanquella, she's not here to defend herself. But who is here to defend herself is, okay, let me see. I just had it. I wanted the father. Okay, no, I just hit it. Okay, here we go. And shout out to Gerald Jackson. He's who did this interview with Shanquella's father.
Someone who was at the top, and to reduce her to a hashtag is very egregious, and it is disgusting, and justice will be served. Let's make that clear.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Robinson. Yeah. Yes. Justice will be served. I first want to give my condolences to you and to your entire family. I am so sorry that you all are going through this, and I continue to pray for you all, and people around the world continue to pray your strength, and that God will continue to touch this situation and will bring those who are responsible to justice fast, quick. We have been talking over the phone since I first reached out to you all, and you told me about, your daughter, and you told me about the lie of the alcohol poisoning, and you told me about what the autopsy said. You told me about the pictures that you were shown of your daughter, and just how dirty, this murder was. Can you tell us a little bit about, what the I don't want to call them friends because they're not friends, but the people that she was over there with, what did they come back to North Carolina and tell your family, especially Khalil, who is, you know, the best friend of your daughter? Can you just talk about how you found out about your daughter's death, and can you talk about the lie that they told?
Well, first, you know, I was sitting at home on a Saturday, which was the 29th. It was like 7 or 8 p.m. and the phone rung.
Remember when we went there on the timeline? Remember the medical autopsy say the 29th. Remember I said that doctor, she Dr. Caroline Beatriz, she put down that Shanquella was clinically dead at 5:57, and the first responders at 6:35. That's when they proceeded to contact the public ministry. So he said he got the call at 7. That's why, because when they was inside that villa, the doctor wrote up the she let me see, yeah, the doctor clinically declared Shanquella clinically dead at 5:57. So they knew inside the villa that it was over. They couldn't continue with the lie because they were writing up the paperwork. And this is why they continued to tell the father and the mom alcohol poisoning, because this doctor, Dr. Carolina, the officers, Omar and David, and even the first responders, they all went on with it was alcohol poisoning. And this is why you see that Dr. Carolina wrote out alcohol poisoning. And I'm pretty sure they're going to do something with her too, because she has the Dr. Carolina had an oath too. And she should have been asking them, can she talk to her parents? She should have been asking them, well, is there a guardian I can talk to, or next of kin? If I can ask them, do they want me to take her into the hospital or to my clinic or whatever? She took these lowlifes' advice, and they told her, nope, we don't want you taking her to the hospital. Nope, you can do everything here. And I believe that they covered it up because they didn't want to get a bad, I guess, name for that villa. I'm thinking this is why they held back. And this is why the father is saying at 7. Because Khalil and them, they couldn't lie no more. They had to go ahead and reveal. Because remember, the mother said at first, Khalil and them called her and said that Shanquella wasn't doing well. She was throwing up. And they needed $5,000 to take her to the hospital. The mother said she has insurance. Like, what would you lie to the mother? And the mom like, okay, well, she has insurance, and see if they'll, let the insurance go through. But literally try to give $5,000 out the mom. They tried to give $5,000 out the mom. Crazy. And that's why you hear some people saying on YouTube, well, was they really trying to get that money to pay the doctor off? Or pay somebody off for cover up?
My mom said, I said, well, mom's calling. So I picked the phone up, and it wasn't sounding right. So she said, Shanquella gone. So, I'm saying gone, gone where, and she said, she dead. I said, dead how? And she said, alcohol poisoning. So when she said alcohol, I said, how she got alcohol poisoning? Where's she at? So she said, Mexico, Cabo. So, the phone just, my phone dropped and I just started crying. And then, I'm trying to figure out who she was over there with, said she was over there with some friends that she went to school with, went to Salem with. So I said, you know of them? You know them? She said, I know of them. I just know she went to school with them. So, from there, my whole night was just trauma, man. I just cried all that night. Just cried.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not knowing, how, over in Mexico, where she at, or what,
Now,
right now,
go ahead, Dad.
it's just hard. It's just the point that alcohol poisoning. It didn't sound right. I said, how you got over there? For the flu over there. I'm trying to when she leave. So she left Friday. Got there 8:00. She said she talked to her on the phone, and they was sitting there drinking. Eating tacos from salads. A chef came in, and from there she said, I'll talk to you tomorrow. So from that point, that was Friday. So Saturday, so she's telling me the whole story now. So from that point in, that's when she found her dead at 3:00. Say her friend Khalid was on the phone talking to us, and she was, sick, throwing up. She wasn't feeling well. She took a shower, laid back down, and they called the Airbnb house. They supposed to send a medic out, doctor out to the house, and they had to pay $150 for the doctor to come. So when the doctor came, they had to look at her, try to put an IV in her arm, and said the IV popped out and she went into a seizure. That's what Khalid telling her mom's all this right here now. So
right.
I'm trying to figure out, I'm listening to the conversation. So I'm trying to figure out, well, why Khalid, didn't give you the phone or let you hear the doctor. Then right. One of them in the house, she was told, one of them told her she needed a wire.
Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? Why didn't that doctor request to speak to a guardian? I understand she was she wasn't underage or nothing, but when they told her, oh no, we don't want you to take her to no hospital or no clinic, they had no right to make them decisions. That mother and that father should have been the only ones who they was who that doctor should have wanted to speak with. Because in reality, all the rest of them was, strangers.
$1,000 over there so they can take her to the hospital or so she be able to get in the hospital. I say, $5,000 for what? I mean, she's got insurance. She always had insurance. Right. So from that point, that's it. So then all of a sudden, Monday came. Okay, now we getting together trying to figure out where she at. So she on the embassy, calling the embassy, they giving her to run around. I don't know too much about Mexico, none of that. So me and my brother was over my mom's house. So as I'm standing here talking to y'all right now, I'm just hurting all inside. So my mind is really on my daughter, but I'm sitting here telling what I know, what was told to me. So what I had to do, in which I know it wasn't but God that led me to her. So me and my brother got on that phone and started Googling all the funeral homes that was over in Mexico, Cabo. So we came up with funeral home Riviera funeral home over there. And first we called, the guy answered the phone, he didn't speak English. So we called back again, and another young lady answered the phone, and her name was Elizabeth. And from that point on, she said, I asked her, you have Shanquella Robinson over there? She said, yes, sir. Like, Miss Robinson, I'm sorry for your loss. And so from that point on, she said, Mr. Robinson, I'm going to stick with you until I get your daughter back to the States. So that lady was like an angel. So a lot of paperwork had to be done. My mom's paperwork was already in the system. So I called her back. She said, yeah, I got the paperwork. I need a release form so I can release her body to you. And so we did that. And the bill came up and everything. So I wired the money over there, After I wired the money, they got the body. So did the paperwork, and it'll take a while for that paperwork to get done because they had to transfer everything over to English. Yeah. So she got back here last Thursday, around about 5 o'clock. So I'm sitting there in the funeral home. As soon as that door opened and that box came in there with her in it, man, just cried like a baby. Yeah. Didn't even want to leave out the funeral home. My brother had to pull me out of there. I'm sitting here, looking at her, seeing, a knot on her head, her eyes swole, she got a cut lip. And, just, that's alcohol wasn't going to do all that, so that's just something not adding up right here. And so y'all going to come back here to the States and bring her luggage back, sit right there in her mom's, in her sister's face, ate, told y'all story, how it happened, alcohol poisoning and all that. And then, 2 or 3 days later, when that report came back, the lady told me, no, Mr. Brown, your daughter didn't die of no alcohol poisoning. She died, it was trauma to her neck and her spinal cord. It was broke. So that's when I just had it. I said, no, I said, baby girl, your daddy is not going to let you die in vain. I will get justice for you. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I will get justice for you. So, going forward, I didn't let up. I did not let up not one bit. And I know the grace of God has got everybody out here who caring and loving and everything and giving me the strength that I need to stand on this. Because I've been crying. I've been having my moments. I really can't sleep because that was my heart. It was a big hole. Y'all done came back here. Y'all got kids. I think some of you all got little kids from what I heard. I don't be on Facebook or social media, or Twitter, all that. That's not my style. Yeah. So I'm more of a person. I'm just laid back in the back seat. But all at the same time, her father has been here all along. Her whole 25 years she's been on this earth. Yeah. It's been her dad and all her friends who know me would tell you. Her dad. Yeah. Her dad. And I know for a fact, I know she probably called out for her dad. Yeah. And for her to go out here and suffer like that. I mean, for her to suffer the way y'all did, to beat on her because she's not a fighter. She's not a fighter at all. Right. I knew it. And it's a shame, for y'all men to be sitting in the room, the video I saw. Yeah. Y'all men to be sitting in that room and y'all let this go on, ain't do nothing. And Khalid, you're supposed to be her best friend for 5 years. 5 years. Friend. Now, y'all supposed to be friends. Yeah. Friends just don't do that. Yeah. Not at all. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, I understand y'all parents, your parents ain't even reached out to me, or I don't know if you reached out to your mom or not, but your parents ain't reached out to me, and you all ain't reached out to me. So, there's something ain't even adding up right here. But I just ask God to give me the strength and bring me justice. Show me what really happened over there, Lord. That's all I ask. I'm not perfect, but I know definitely where my help comes from. Yes. I know definitely where my help comes from. Yeah. And God has been moving. He's been moving. Yeah. And Gerald, the way God moved in you, when you say you called that Monday morning, I know I had prayed, say prayer, I always pray. And it's just how everything just going, it's just everything just coming. The cover just been pulled off, Yeah. And I'm still hurting. Like I said, I'm sitting here hurting, talking about this as I'm hurting right now, knowing in 2 days, I gotta bury her. Yeah. Yeah. And y'all then came back here, then shut down your Facebook pages. You're not talking no more like you was before you left. So what why you hiding? Yeah, we look guilty. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. Mr. Robinson, I want to. You got a father here that won't even be, you got a father here now You know, won't even be a granddaddy. I can't even walk her down the can't go down the aisle.
Yeah.
Can't even hear a voice. Can't hear her say daddy. You know. You know, she gone.
Yeah.
She gone.
Yeah.
And y'all took that from me. Y'all took that from me. And Khalid, I know she told you about her dad. I know she did. You got a dad. You know, y'all got dads and mothers and a mother that I know of. You know.
Yeah.
Take a look at you all. Y'all can have a conversation. I can't have no conversation no more. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I had to come on here and, you know, speak my heart and speak my mind. You know, I'm not a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Anybody who knew me, all my daughter's friends, know what type of dad I was.
Yeah. And that's what I want you to do. And I know me and you talked, and we talked about having an interview. And I know we talked about, you said that Jerome would give you one first because you've been working on it. And I just want to thank you because the people need to hear from you. These I'm going to call them murderers. I don't care what nobody else call them, Mr. Robinson. I'm going to call them what they are, my opinion. Because I feel like that y'all knew what was going on and you still didn't say nothing. Now, the problem I have is that Khalil came back, brought your daughter's luggage to the house, had dinner, and sat in y'all family's face and told y'all that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning. And then when I called you about the video, you didn't even know anything about the video until I called you and told you about the video, and I sent it to you. And you know, now that the video is out, it definitely confirms what you were saying all along about, you know, the alcohol poisoning doesn't put a knot on your head. It doesn't swell your eyes. It doesn't bust your lip. It don't do any of that. And I know that that's one of the parts that you can't even fathom of how this man can come to your family's face and tell y'all a lie like that. Now, I spoke with Miss Salamandra. I spoke with Miss Robinson, and she had told me that Khalil had been coming back over to the house, He was coming around every day. Did he ever call you? Did he ever reach out to you personally and tell you, you know, what happened or any of that?
No, Khalil never called whatsoever. You know, when his mom was telling me, you know, he'll come over to the house. I guess he was coming over to see what kind of information they knew. But once I found the information out, that's how they found the information, was through me, that she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord trauma.
Right.
That's how they got the information, was through me. And then once they came, when I called and said what happened, then he was over there. Then all of a sudden, from what they told me, he got all sick and wasn't feeling good, and say his aunt was with him or his mama was with him. He wanted to leave. And when he left, they ain't heard no more from him, you know. So, and then when I saw the video, for y'all to beat her, knowing she's not a fighter, for y'all to, I don't know if y'all woke up out of her sleep, to beat her naked like that. Well, while she was naked, you mean, you know, sit in that room and watch her, that girl hit on her like that while she was naked. You know, I mean,
it's
I mean, in the room. Wait, I mean, do y'all have sisters? You know, do y'all have a mother? What if someone show y'all a video like that? A man, someone beating on your mother or beating on your sister neck, how would you feel? And she's not even defending herself because she's not a fighter. You're already bigger than her. She petite, no more than about 120, 125 pounds. That's not her style. Her style is not a fighter. Her style is not a fighter. She wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't raised like that. She was raised to, you know, to have fun and treat people like she wanted to be treated. Laugh. You know, care for others. You know, and when y'all want to take her over there out of her comfort zone and do her that way when she thinking she going over there to have fun. And y'all seem like to me it was a setup. You know.
Yeah. If that's what it seems like to me as well.
To the grace of God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get justice. She's not gonna die, and Cynthia will not die in vain.
No.
I'm gonna get justice. I'm gonna get justice.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are going to get justice. You are going to get justice. Shanquella is going to get justice. Your entire family is going to get justice. Now, Mr. Bernard, Friday, they are over in Mexico. Saturday, as you know, as you talked about earlier, Khalil calls and he says that Shanquella is not feeling good. She's been throwing up.
Listen to this.
She's resting. And then calls back because Salomon told me that, you know, she told him, you know, just, you know, keep an eye on her, you know, just keep me updated on what's going on. And then he calls back and says that they are trying to resuscitate her. And you're trying to understand, well, what's going on? And then he comes up with this alcohol poisoning bullshit, you know. Now, and I understand that the FBI is now investigating. You have been in contact, your entire family has been in contact with the FBI. But have you learned anything as far as the Mexican police seeing any type of bruises on her when they got there? You know, did the medics observe anything, you know, different, you know, about her when they got there for them to, you know, allow these people to leave a room, you know, after saying that she had alcohol poisoning and then tending to her body, and it's obvious signs that, you know, she was beat. Have you learned anything? I mean, has any information been communicated to you that the Mexican authorities or the doctor or the medics over there saw any of those signs on her?
As right now, I'm just waiting on for all that information to come back to me.
Yeah, you wait for all that information.
To come back to me.
Right.
When I saw her, when I saw her laying there, they rolled her in the funeral home. I mean, we saw the bruises.
Right.
We saw the bruises.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was in her pajamas, flannel pajamas, pants, and a shirt. So I don't know if they put that on her or who put that on her, you know. But I don't just see how can y'all sleep. I don't see how all of y'all can sleep. I don't see how can all of y'all go about and do y'all daily duties and sit there knowing what y'all did.
Yeah.
Knowing what y'all did.
Right. Now, I understand, Mr. Bernard, that you're waiting for more information as it relates to that. Now, the death certificate stated, now the video shows that there was a fight in the bedroom. It's early morning outside if you look at the, you know, outside in the video. But the death certificate stated that she was found in the living room. But the video shows that a fight was inside the bedroom, and I do know, and I communicated with you from a source that there is a second video, because obviously, you know, Shanquella is on the ground with her head down. So I mean, you know, you could tell that she's still alive. But then other information that we learned today about Winter Donovan grabbing her around her neck and slamming her and her not getting back up. There is a second video that is out there. This information came directly from someone who is friends with Dejaehanae's mother, and this information was communicated because people were upset about the fact that only one angle is being showed, and that is Dejaehanae assaulting your daughter. This was not a fight. This was a brutal assault because your daughter was not fighting back. And in that video, at the end, Khalil had told Shanquella's sister and Miss Salamandra that he was not there when all of this happened, after the fact that they learned from talks from those that was there that there was a fight, that he was not in the room. But the video clearly shows him to the left. I mean, you've never seen Khalil, have you, Mr. Bernard?
No, never seen Khalil.
Right.
Only thing I saw is pictures of all of them.
Yeah, right.
So I saw pictures of all of them.
Yeah.
You know, I heard the same thing you heard. There's a video out there.
Yeah.
That you know, she picked up by the neck and slammed on the ground, and once they slammed her, she didn't get back up. Did not get back up. So I guess that slam back there must have broke her neck and her spinal cord.
Do you need a second, Mr. Bernard? I can turn this off for a minute.
Nah, man, go ahead. We can go through this. We can go through this.
Yes, sir. I know this is, I'm sorry, this is very, very, very difficult.
Y'all really don't know how much I love my daughter. Y'all don't really know. Y'all don't know what y'all have done to me. Y'all don't know how, you know, the hope that y'all didn't put in me. I really don't know. Serious, you know. But y'all can just come back here and deal with y'all did. And leave her there. Leave her there. And then just leave her there. And then the maid had to find her from what I'm hearing, you know. You know, y'all don't understand how much pain my daughter was in, sitting there with a broken neck or a spinal cord.
That's
you
what
know,
I
then I'm
said.
hearing,
That's what I said.
I don't know, Nazir or whatever. He came to the house, you know. So he was the last one. Something about he was the last one. He was the last one about her breathing.
That's why I said when that doctor was working on her and everything, and then they claimed she went in a seizure and all that. That's what I said. She had to been sitting there, laying there, on this bed in severe pain. I mean, severe pain for her age and for her. You know, her body wasn't like, she wasn't like a real thick female. She was like, you know, thin, and all of them, how can I say it? Yeah, like she wasn't on the thick. She was like on the thin side. So something like that will, you know, that'll be more severe on a person that is like you know, more thin, like Shanquella was. Yeah, okay, baby. It's sad. It's really sad. I can't wait until this family be able to have a little bit of closure. I know it will never be nothing like, you know, getting all her family full closure, but somewhat.
You know, he playing soft music and rubbing her head. Really? All of y'all could have got her help. All of y'all. But y'all chose not to.
Exactly. Who the freak comes from an airport, they came from the airport straight into there and just rub her head playing soft music and claiming he's doing CPR. And then, you know, to get online and try to run to the world that you are so innocent. The only innocent person and the only victim in this case is Mr. Bernard's daughter. And that's Shanquella Robinson. Ain't nobody else a damn victim. And I wish people would stop getting online talking about this Nazir dude, goddamn. And this is the problem that I have. And from my understanding, Mr. Bernard, I did you watch any of his video?
Whose video?
Nazir's. Did you watch any of Nazir's videos?
Yeah, I watched a little bit how he's saying this and that, saying that. Really? Really?
And the problem that I have is, I don't.
You came there and you saw her. You should have got help. If you was her friend, you ain't seen her in 9 years, and you came in that house. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and you saw the bruises. You saw the bruises. You came in the house. You want to sit there and say you played music and rub her head and then she took a last breath, you left? You saw the music. I mean, come on, man, really? You should have came in that house. Hey, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all staying down here. Y'all staying down here. Y'all not going back. Y'all not back going to the United States.
Exactly. He should have
turned. Came in here and saw these bruises. Y'all didn't hurt this girl. No.
Exactly. That is the problem.
Y'all ever thought you got a mother and a father? You got people back here in the States that love her and care about her. Especially her daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then y'all can't even call. You come to the house, over to a sister's house, and ain't try to say, Miss Robinson, do you have Mr. Robinson phone number? Can we call him and give him my condolences? Not at all. Y'all didn't even open their mouth. Ain't doing it at all. Especially you, Khalid, and your parents. Y'all parents ain't reached out.
Dirty.
Parents ain't even reached out. None of, me or her mom. Not that I know of, but I know your parents ain't reached out to me. They still got y'all. They still got y'all. I don't have mine. She gone. Y'all took her away from me. She can't talk for herself. She can't talk for herself, but her daddy is gonna talk. Her daddy gonna stand strong through the grace of God.
Yes, sir.
God gonna give me the strength that I need. And I know everybody out there who got a relationship with God gonna pray that I get the strength to stand where I need to stand.
Yes, sir. Because
my daughter will not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
She will not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give her justice.
She's gonna get justice.
She didn't have to go through this. She did not have to go through this.
She did not have to go through this. Shanquella did not deserve this. She did not deserve this. I can't wrap my head around the fact that they left Mexico, came back to the United States, and told this family that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning when the damn phones that y'all was carrying had the video that we just saw. Y'all knew a fight happened. Y'all knew, and you know who killed Shanquella.
And you told her mama. Y'all sit right there and told her mama that it wasn't no altercation.
That it was no
y'all told her mama and her sister right in their face there was no altercation in that house. That's exactly what y'all said. That's exactly what y'all said.
No altercation. Instead of the mom house,
in a couple of days, I will have all y'all statements.
Sure is.
All y'all statements, what y'all said.
The FBI is on them left and right. So if you think you're hiding at your mama house, Dejaehanae, if you think you're hiding Khalid, if you think you're hiding Winnie, if you think you're hiding Nazir, if you think you're hiding Elise, the FBI is on you. And you're going to have to get into the interrogation room. And
but the only thing about what I found out is that because the crime happened in Mexico, then nothing can be done to them over here, is what I was told. Unless, well, no, I didn't even hear that. I heard that United States will have to, basically give them into Mexico's custody. And that as long as they're over here, because the crime didn't happen here, nothing can be done to them from the government of the United States, is what I was told. So it's sad, but it's like, I was told they can just walk freely here. That's what I said. That was hurtful. Yeah, they lied. Yeah. I guess because they thought it was in Mexico. They figured they already got the autopsy saying it was alcohol poisoning. And this is why I'm glad that the police officers and that Dr. Caroline Beatriz is being investigated too because she blatantly lied on the death certificate. And luckily, the mom and the dad, they ordered a forensic autopsy. That's how they found out that her neck was broke and the two dislocated vertebrae in her spine. Other than that, they would have just went along with the doctor said it was alcohol poisoning. And that's why some people think that the doctor and police officer was paid off. Because what would be your motive of what would be your motive far as the doctor just put in the alcohol thing when she don't really know that that's accurate. She hearing that from them. And like I said, what's really gonna hurt that doctor is when she asked them, when they told her that they didn't want her to take Shanquella to the hospital. And when the doctor told the officers, I think I should, take her to the clinic, to the hospital. And the friends told her, you should keep her here. Work on her here. And then they lied and told the mother that they needed $5,000 to get her to the hospital. The mom said, why? She got insurance. So I don't know if the insurance works over there or not. I never heard of that. I thought if you had insurance, you got insurance. No matter where you go, you're still covered. Because this just means you was on vacation. So that don't mean you don't have insurance. That's the lie they kicked to the mom. And as soon as this little clip thing over, I'm going to share with y'all the bombshell of all of this about Shanquella's fake friend, Elise. I don't know if some of y'all watched my video earlier, but how it gets worse and worse. How Elise Hyatt that went on the trip with Shanquella and the other ones, how her sister was unalived October 30th while she's jumping on a plane to come to Mexico, and then all of a sudden Shanquella dies. Okay? These people is wicked as hell. Yes. Elise Hyatt that went on a trip with Shanquella and them, this broad right here, the light skinned one next to Dejaehanae and Malik towards your right. Wait, do I got another picture of her? Okay, yeah, the one that's at the bottom. In between Malik and Nazir. Yep. Sister died October 30th, but she jumping on the plane with Shanquella and them, and her sister was just murdered. So soon as this is done, I'm gonna jump into that because how you getting on a plane to go to Mexico, but you wouldn't even stay in North Carolina to help your family grieve? This one right here. Sister was shot and unalived by her ex-boyfriend. This is her sister, Anita Hyatt. So that's suspect to me too. What did you go run and get on a plane for and leave when you should have been here grieving with your family? Your sister just was died in cold blood in a High Point hotel by her ex-boyfriend. She's 31 years old. But you don't see none of that. You don't see her none of that. She's so interested in going down in the I don't know if it's to get away or something, or it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So let's finish that, and then we'll get back to this dum dum. And this is the guy who unalived Anita, Alicia's sister, in that hotel. Okay? While she running to go to Mexico, this man took her sister's life. It's a shame. This is Anita. While her sister running to get on a plane with Shanquella and the others. Who does that? I said these people wicked, y'all. They are wicked. They wicked.
So what happened? And the fact that y'all still to this day ain't even tried to call this family and say, Miss Robinson, Mr. Robinson, I lied. I was scared. I ain't know what to do. We should have broke it up. I ain't know what to do. And for every parent that's sitting up here and you know your child done killed somebody, you should be ashamed of yourself. That you will harbor a fugitive. That you would try to hide your child. That you wouldn't even reach out to a mother, the mother, father, the father. Shanquella ain't hurt nobody. Everybody loved her. Just because y'all had hate and bitter in your heart, you didn't have to take out what you.
I don't know. He trying to sound like a preacher or something. I don't know. But I don't think that their parents knew what was going on. You don't know if half these none of them are underage. All of them is over 21, 25. You don't know if they got their own place or if they are living with their parents. They ain't just telling their parents that happened. Some of their parents probably not on social media because it wasn't on the news like that. You know, I can't really just say, oh, I'm gonna just go blame one of their mom or dad because they probably didn't even know. They probably didn't even know that their kid went to Mexico. And let me see.
What's going through in your anger and your hatred and your jealousy and your envy on her? You're ugly on the outside and you're ugly on the inside. And you ain't at all worthy to take a dog to the dog pound, let alone call yourselves some type of human with a heart. Y'all ain't shit. I'm sorry, Mr. Bernard, but you know how we talk on the phone. So you know know me. But
say what you mean.
Mr. Bernard, I am so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so upset. I'm so outraged at the fact that these Judases left your daughter for dead. And then you got Nazir coming on. Let me ask you this. The part that you did here, Mr. Bernard, did you even believe any of what he said, what he was saying?
Not at all.
Not at all.
If you there, you should have did more than what you did. Should have did more than what you did. Because trust and believe me, every last one of y'all. Y'all stayed there at that hospital down there with my daughter. I would have made sure y'all got me.
I don't know why, but I feel like Nazir wasn't lying. Because his story aligns with my breakdown of the timing of when they called the doctor, the timing that the doctor got there, and the timing he said he got there, and when all that aligns. All that is aligns. And you go do your research on my receipts. His mind is 100 and 1,000 and a billion correct. And it's accurate. So I feel like, yeah, Nazir could have snapped on them and all that. Like, he should have knew after being there stuff that it wasn't no, oh, she was just drinking type stuff. And once he seen the bruises, yeah, something's wrong. But I believe the timing and him saying, you know, let me say, like, yeah, when he got there, this is the story they told him. And he said the nurse came right there while he was there. I believe that. Because of the timing, I looked at his ticket. He got there at 12 something. So he said he got to the villa around 2 something. That doctor came at 3:15. That doctor came at 3:15. Excuse me.
Back here. You wouldn't have been staying in New Mexico. You would have got back here. You would not have stayed down there. Hello? That would have been a whole lot to me, knowing that you stayed down there with my daughter till I got there or we got there. We all would have been getting back on that plane together. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all left her. Y'all left her there. Y'all left her there.
So dirty and so low down that this father and his brother had to get online and find funeral homes and find out how to get in contact. Y'all left them searching. Y'all left them searching how to find their daughter. This man don't know anything about Mexico. Just imagine being a mother and a father and your child is over in another country and dead and you got to get on Google. What if it wasn't for Google? Y'all dirty. You left this man searching for his baby's body. You left this man trying to find out where his daughter was because he couldn't get in contact with her because she was dead because y'all beat her.
Why would she stop saying dead?
Because y'all beat her.
Damn.
How was he supposed to find out? His only
dead.
connection to her.
Good morning, Regina.
He ain't have it no more. And y'all, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
I wired that money. I wired that money over there. It wasn't 6,000. I wired that money. It was almost 7,000. I wired that money.
And not one of them tried to ask did they need help.
I wired that money.
Didn't ask do you need money. Didn't ask nothing. Didn't ask nothing.
You know?
Nothing.
I don't want no GoFundMe page. None of that. I wired that money.
Nothing. Mr. Bernard.
Her funeral is paid for.
Yes, it is paid for.
Her funeral is paid for. For me to bury her in the next 2 days.
Let me while we're talking about her funeral, let me say this. Shanquella's funeral is this Saturday. Okay, it is this Saturday, November the 19th. The wait will be 11 to 12, and the funeral is from 12 to 1 at Macedonia Baptist Church, 1300 Hatteras Avenue, Charlotte. Let me say that again. Her funeral is this Saturday, November 19th. Charlotte, show up. Show up. Stand with this family. Show up. Show up. It's Saturday, November 19th, from 11 to 12 is the viewing, and the funeral is from 12 to 1, Macedonia Baptist Church, 1300.
And what do they say?
Hatteras Avenue in Charlotte.
Hold on.
Mr. Bernard.
And what does this say? Let's pull out the receipts. Arrest made in death of Charlotte woman vacationing in Mexico. So when people talk about no arrest wasn't made, like I said, if you're not in North Carolina, that's probably why you didn't see the news clippings. But thank God, I got family. So yes, arrest was made. You just heard him say the funeral is in what? Come on, y'all. Charlotte, show up. Arrest made and death of Charlotte woman. Come on, spammers. Like, y'all be trolling.
Khalil brought the girl that was in the video assaulting your daughter and another girl to the house. And Shanquella's sister, has stated that now let me ask you this right to this. Had you, before the autopsy came back, had you heard that there was a fight or that an altercation was going on over there before you found out everything now that you know now?
Yes, her friend, my daughter's friend did call me, who have my number, who know how much I care about my daughter.
Right.
They did call and say it was a fight in the house, but they wasn't sure. But then the alcohol story came out.
Right.
So when the alcohol story came out, okay, my mind got to wonder who is true on what. So
right. So once
I just asked God, I said, God, I pray that you give me justice. I asked God, I pray. I said, God, just let me know what really happened over there.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the covers.
Mm-hmm.
And show me. Because she gone now, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
She gone. But show me what happened. Mm-hmm. Where I can stand for justice for her, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
that's when you came in, and that's for some kind of reason you came in the picture. You came in the picture. I kept praying. And God began to move and start moving in his time and start unraveling stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is where we at now.
Yeah. Mr. Bernard, so you had heard about the fight. You heard there was a fight. So Khalil had brought Dejaehanae, the girl in the video that we see attacking your daughter, and he brought another girl, Winter Donovan, over to the house.
Listen to this.
And that's when they were asked about the altercation. But they denied the altercation, even though one of them, who we now know, Dejaehanae Jackson, was in a video assaulting your daughter Shanquella, had the nerve to lie to y'all again in your face, saying that it was alcohol poisoning. So did they really say that was alcohol poisoning? And
that's what her mom said. That was the words came out their mouth. They were playing a game, drinking. That was the statement they made to her mom and her sister, or everybody who was around over her sister's house, because they was asking questions.
Right.
So that's what they told. And so I guess, that what her mom, sister, everybody went with until I got the information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's so sad about this?
That alcohol.
That they was up in Shanquella's mother's house. And she fed them food and everything. Because, like when somebody passed away, people start cooking and, having a little family over. So, remember Khalil called the mom since Mexico. Told her that Shanquella was unalive and all that. So, they leave Mexico and come home and go to Shanquella's mother's house. And she got all this food. They all sit down. And it's like, how did you have that much hate in you that you walked out this lady's house? Forget it, you walked in it and didn't respect his mother enough to just tell her the truth. That's the sad part. And then was able to walk out the mom's house.
poison did not sound right for me. No, not at all.
Right.
No, she don't drink like that. I know that for a fact.
Right. Right. So now once the autopsy came back, okay, and it came back that your daughter was beaten, right? Khalil was nowhere to be found. He didn't come back around. He didn't pick up his phone. I mean, is that what happened? That he just disappeared once the truth came out in the autopsy?
He went off the radar. He went off the radar from what I was told. All of them went off the radar. I guess once he got out there on social media or Twitter or Facebook, you know, how they communicate. Like I said, I don't be out there like that. Right. That's not my, you know, that's not me. I'm old school. Right. So, all her friends, you know, my daughter friends start commenting about it on, you know, on their pages, what I'm hearing. And all of a sudden, you know, all of them start shutting down their pages. Their Facebook pages or Twitter accounts or, you know, whatever they was on. So, right. But
they start shutting them down.
Nowhere to be found, nowhere to ask no questions, no nothing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny because when I called you and I told you a little bit about what I do, who I was, and I told you, I said, I'm gonna put their pictures out today. And I got all of their pictures that morning. All of their pictures. The North Carolina Beat found every single one of those individuals who was in that room with Shanquella picture. Her picture wasn't going to be the only one going around. I mean, people knew Khalil, but the other people, they didn't know. So it was easy to find Khalil. But to think that y'all name was just going to be out there without people seeing who you are. And immediately when the North Carolina got involved, that's what I told you we was going to do. And we did it. And we'll do it again for any other family that's looking for justice. Now, Mr. Bernard, have you tried to reach out to Khalil? Just, I mean, like, has anything in you, because I really know, you know, I'm not going to say that, but has anything you say, let me try to call him. I need to talk to this man. I need to see why this man, my daughter's guy best friend, would do this. Like, did you try to call him yourself or get an answer to him yourself, although he didn't reach out to you or call you?
Well, you know, ex mom and sister, you know, they called. They said he answered his phone, so it wasn't even me called. So, right. Going forward is in God's hands. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna let God deal with it. Yeah. So, I'm gonna let God deal with it, and He dealing with it. So, absolutely, she will get her justice. My daughter will get her justice. She will not die in vain. Each and every one of you all, whatever the law says. That's what I'm going with. Or you gonna add a little more extra, you know?
Right. Absolutely.
Whatever the law says, because all y'all was there. All y'all was accessory to the whatever y'all did to her, and y'all know what's wrong. Y'all know it was wrong to the utmost. Y'all know it was wrong. Y'all know. I don't know how y'all can sit here and think she got a mother and a father that love her conditionally. Y'all ain't bring her in this world. Who give y'all authority to take her life? Who give y'all authority to take her life? You know, my world have shut down because I don't have her.
And like I said, I don't know how true it is, but I was told that the fastest they get to Mexico, the fastest they can be prosecuted. Because over here, they can't prosecute you for... Yeah, okay.
I just got to bring her justice.
Yeah, and we're going to get it. Mark?
Because Because you stole something from me.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yeah.
You don't know me. Her.
Yeah. Yeah.
My word, her shut down because I don't have her. So that, you got to bring her justice.
Yeah. And we're going to get it. Mark.
Because you stole something from me.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yeah.
You don't know me. I don't know you all.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all have stole something from me tremendously.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, y'all did not have to touch her. She ain't did nothing to y'all. If she said in the words, y'all can let words is words. That's it.
Yeah.
That's not y'all child for y'all to be attacking her, beating on her like that, body slamming her, breaking her neck and her spinal cord. Really? Really? And I know some of you ladies from what I heard that y'all got little kids. You know.
Yeah.
How would y'all feel if y'all child got taken from you all?
Yeah.
You can't see them no more.
Yeah.
You know, you can't hear their voice.
Yeah.
You know. So whatever the consequences is that the law deal you all.
Yes. Yes. Let me yes. I wanna ask you one last question. You know, I have really a lot of questions, but I'm not gonna ask them. I'm not gonna ask them because you are a grieving father, and you know, all journalists would have questions about this whole case. Now, I want to ask you a question. I want to back up a little bit. I want to ask you a question, and we're gonna get off of here. Mr. Bernard, have you been told who found Shanquella? I mean, were they still in the room, like, or did they leave her? Because, you know, of course, there was a rumor going around that a maid had found her. What have you? Have you been told how she was found? Were they in the room? Did they leave after the medics got there? And I mean, and they came back later. Have you been told of how she was discovered?
When I was told, the man said he found her sitting up in the chair or either sitting up in the bed. Sitting up in the bed or sitting in the chair with a broke neck and a spinal cord.
Dead. But
she died at 3 p.m. Now you said you arrived at that house on that video you said.
See, your dad saying she died at 3 p.m. But when I read the doctor's information, that's when Dr. Caroline, that's when she arrived at 3:53 a.m.
3:30 something. So if you arrived there, sir, it should have been 12:30 or 12:45. You got there at that house. So evidently she had to be alive when you was there. So in that scenario, you saw the condition that she was in and you saw the bruises that she was, on her. You should have called the medics, or somebody should have called all of y'all. Y'all could have carried her. She ain't about 120 pounds, 125 pounds. But y'all chose not to. Y'all chose to got your thing, got out of there and got her suitcase. And for what our statement says, one of y'all called a taxi cab and went to an airport hotel. Now, I don't know how true all this is, but that's what I'm hearing. And one of you called back to the States and asked somebody what to do.
It's true.
One of you all called back, y'all panicked, and one of y'all asked what to do.
Wow.
You know.
So
then I can say
you left her, and the maid found her. Because I was trying to figure out how did she get from the bedroom to the living room where she was found. Y'all drug her from the bedroom to the living room. I mean, I'm just trying to understand. And this Nazir guy, he told me on the phone call, Mr. Bernard, that me and him had before he went live the other night. I played it on here. He said that he got there at 2:16. Then he came back on live and said he got there 3 p.m. something. And then he said he was by 4:26. He was by the pool saying, "Quella, get up." So when you got there and you started CPR and the death certificate and the autopsy say she died 15 minutes after her injury, which was at 3 p.m. So that means you did CPR on her and left her where she was. And then you went by the pool and said, "Hey, Quella, get up," knowing she was dead. I mean, but the thing about it is he's a compulsive liar, Mr. Bernard, and he can't be trusted. And I dissected the video, and I proved that Nazir Wiggins is a liar, and he is as much responsible and guilty as the rest of them, and they need to be held accountable. Now,
I mean, if you say he did CPR, then they say it was a medic in the house. So that medic don't know how to do CPR.
That's
you know.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Bernard, one last question. The FBI is now involved. They have revoked their passport so they can't flee. What is the FBI telling you? I know you don't have to go much into detail, but is there anything that you can share with us that they are telling you other than that they are investigating it? Have they told you? Have they spoken to anyone? I do know that they have communicated with us that if there's anyone that they are investigating it, and that if there is anyone who has information, whether it be photos, whether it be text message between any of them or anyone admitting anything or saying anything, photos, and you have information, please contact the FBI. Doesn't matter what state you're in, whether you're in Connecticut or you're in Charlotte, contact the FBI and they will route your tip to the appropriate people. Is there anything that you can tell us about the FBI investigating this that you may be able to share?
No, I don't know nothing. I'm just waiting on them.
Yes,
I'm in
sir.
the blind just like everybody else in the blind. I just know God is moving. You know, he's moving at his own time. And